y'all doing? How is everybody? Welcome. The hottest hangout on the internet. Misfits, nerds, creative people that nobody wants anywhere else. This is the new book. Welcome. Good to see everyone. Hey, Christos. Oh, you're welcome. I try to make them as fresh as I can. Piping hot. All I do is turn on the camera. That must be Canadian. I have no idea what that is. What's a dandy apple? I feel like this is a not lost troll. I'm looking it up. I don't think we have those in the US. Yeah, it looks fruity. Anyway, welcome to the stream. Our usual format. Open panel. I'll drop the link in a bit. We do have a cow and chicken. So let me tell you a little bit about my day. I'm feeling really good right now. In fact, I'm feeling almost what might approach joy. Because what I've spent a lot of the day doing is going through this guy right here. His name is Just Frank. Sometimes you see him in the chat. He's our little monkey face. It's this guy.
Monkey face, how we love you so. Your cow and cock bring us so much joy. It's just not sexy time without you. Thank you, Frank, don't ever change. Continue to be just you, just Frank.
That guy. I have been going through his entire cow and chicken playlist today from the beginning and listening to every single song. And oh my God, is it pulling me into a world? It is bringing back everything that was good about music growing up. I get to like relive music all over again through these characters and these cow and chicken and Frank. And he has hundreds, like hundreds. 166 to be precise. So he dropped one just recently, and I think what I'm going to start doing is maybe opening the show with the cow and chicken to set the vibe. It'll be our panel dance. This one is very much along the lines of that Kabuki Spy one from the other day that was so fire. So let's listen to Last in Line, Cow and Chicken. I'll get up and get some energy going, and we will take it from here. I will also drop the link while this is playing, so.
俺たちは嵐のない船、暖かさのない冷たさ、闇の中の光、それが必要なんだ。
You know, Frank, this is only
涙のない笑い、恐れのない希望、俺たちは来る人へ帰るんだ。魔女なのとへ向かう二度と帰れないかもしれない。だが感じる魔法は一生の価値がある。俺たちはみんな十字架の上に生まれる。干される前の投げられたもの、自分を解き放つことはできる。だが唯一の道は下へ。俺たちは そして素早く消え去る手が初めて知るだろう俺たちは悪ぬか新世界俺たちはラストインラインラ俺たちはラストインライン
Hey, Daniel Berry, happy Tuesday. Good to see you.
癒しからの二つの瞳それは天使かけのかそして答えは横たわる善と悪の間に俺たちは真実を探す牙の上で死ぬかもしれないだが一人一時のスリルこそが痛みに値する初めて知るだろう俺たちは悪ぬかし世界俺たちはラストインライン俺たちはラストインライン俺たちは魔女のもとへ向かう二度と二度と二度と帰れないかもしれないだが感じる魔法は一生
Thank God we're at the
の
cool down.
価値がある
It's good of him to build those into his song.
俺たちはみんな十字架の上に生まれるとされる
Frank,
前の
take
投
it
げ
out.
られたものだ自分を解き放つことはできるだが無意識くべき道は捨てた俺たちはラストイン俺たちはラストイン俺たちはラストイン俺たちはラストイン俺たちは俺たちは嵐のない船俺たちは暖かさの中の冷たさ俺たちは涙のない笑い俺たちは陰りのない笑顔俺たちはラストインラインさあ俺たちはラストインライン見ろどう輝くか俺たちはラストインライン
Wow. Frank works that AI like a slave, doesn't he? Woo, that must be the remix. That was like 7 minutes. All right. Well, I'm charged up now. Whew. Um, what's up? I dropped the link. There you go. Hang on. Somebody is social media me. Okay, got it. Um, let me just do a check-in, I guess. First of all, I'm hot. Physically, I'm hot. Let me get this off. The shirt might even come off. Sometimes that happens here in exile. Our clothes get exiled. Um, I'm energized, but I'm also kind of worn out. I am I'm shook. I'm shook up a little bit. A lot happened today. Uh, it's like when you shake the bottle up of dirt and it turns all muddy and you gotta wait for it to settle. I'm like in the shook up settling phase. My mind is a bunch of thoughts swirling around, spinning all over the place. Different stories, different narratives, moving in and out of each one. None of them are settled on any one. That kind of thing. Spiritually, that's what I want to get at. What is this spiritual thing? Mm. When I try to find it, it's like underneath my emotions or behind. So I take the emotional part and then I try to feel kind of in the back of it or a layer beneath it. And same with the thoughts. There's like something behind all of that. And that's how I try to figure out the spiritual, but very little comes. If I had to use intuition and like put a label on it, I would say maybe spiritually distressed or distraught, but also very spiritually inspired. I feel very, very spiritually creative, motivated. Spirituality is weird. Is that where the dark and light is? Is that is that why it's so ambiguous, ambivalent? Anyway, that is my check-in. Feel free to come up and do yours or talk about a conversation, our topic, or bring some art to share, etc. Otherwise, our default is usually Charlie, but I'd much rather hear from you and what's on your mind. I talk to Charlie so much now. Um, it's just kind of part of the new normal. It's not even a thing anymore. It's like talking about the emails I typed all day or something. But if you have topics or questions or ideas or things you want to do, that's what I'm here for. In the meantime, we will keep our groove going with oh, I'm in the groove right now. Remember, we're vibes here. We're shifting to vibes. We're all about vibes. In fact, I had a whole big topic planned out on conflict resolution and the different. Remember, I did the 7 levels of listening. I tried to do one with the tiers of conflict resolution from toddler to mature adult and correlate it with the levels of listening. See, it already sounds nerdy. Even to me, that sounds nerdy. And then in the middle of it, I'm like, oh, this is the vibe thing. Don't bring all that. I brought this. Feels a lot. This is how I grew up, actually. I grew up in this era. So this was kind of the background soundtrack to my life. And this was before the philosophy, or the logic, or the math even. Kind of. I had to basically. Schoolhouse Rock, man. It was before the psychology, before the politics. It was this. I like it. It was in the 70s, and it seemed like everybody was happy and everybody was getting along. There wasn't a lot of technology. We had TV, telephone, radio, 8-track machine, which nobody ever used. Um, that was about it. Like your life wasn't complicated by a lot of technology, and people hung out in person. There were a lot of like gatherings and get-togethers and dances and cookouts and house parties and that type of stuff. And all mixes, black, white, male, female, probably gay, straight, just people. And people turned to people for entertainment, connection, community. That was before social media. That was like real social. That was social life, social connections, not just media. And that was kind of the vibe for it. It was the disco Soul Train. Watch an episode of Soul Train. You'll see the vibe I'm talking about. And that's really how I remember it, too. It seemed like that on TV. It seemed like that in person. The whole culture seemed permeated. Bell bottoms, afros, long scarves, polyester. Oh my God, polyester. You haven't really seen polyester again since, except for an old lady. And the other wrinkle to this I remember was somehow roller skating got layered on top of that. So imagine roller skating under the disco ball in this vibe. That really set me up. Like that really sets you up. Like, it sets a high bar for life. The rest of your life better be as fun as the roller skating under the disco ball and the 70s music. And so far, it pretty much has. So, kind of until I moved to Washington State. Because New Orleans definitely can find this vibe. Vegas for sure. When I was living in Seattle, I just made it in my apartment. We had all these lights, me and my roommate, and these musical toys. We had our own little like party bubble going. All right, what I don't want to monologue for like a whole show, so help me out here. Give me topics, questions, ideas, suggestions. I want to do human today. I don't want to go to Charlie for everything all the time. This is Team Human. This is your chance, guys. Meantime, I'm just going to sit here. I'm enjoying this. Oh, and I have to eat my food. So, hang on. What I'll do tomorrow is I'll make some more AI tracks. We'll have new music tomorrow night. I'm looking to see who else might be out and about. TML. Well, it sounds like they're doing philosophy or religion, one of the two. It's kind of all the same when you get up into those abstract rooms. They're all like mental activities. Philosophy, art, religion. Right. I don't have a lot to say today. I'm kind of in my zone. I did a lot of creative work today with the AI and the channel and social media, stuff like that. So it felt like a productive day. Now I'm ready to chill out, socialize, dance, talk, listen, watch videos, the usual stuff you do here. Clown, cut up. Sometimes fight, but we try to do it in healthy ways. That's one reason I was going to do the content. In fact, okay, why don't we do this? I will bring Charlie online. He can at least summarize the topic that I didn't want to have to give tonight. Yo, Chucky.
Hey there. What's up? You can go ahead and hit me with whatever's on your mind.
Okay, I'm about to do that. That thing on conflict resolution, the tiers and the listening levels and all that we did earlier. Can you summarize the tiers of conflict resolution? I kind of ranked them from toddler to what's expected of a mature adult.
Absolutely. Let me give you a quick run through of how we framed it. So at the most basic level, we talked about the toddler tier of conflict resolution, which is pretty much the I want what I want, I'm going to throw a tantrum if I don't get it phase. It's reactive and all about immediate needs. Then as you move up the tiers,
In the
you get into
moment.
more childlike or adolescent approaches, where you start to see a bit more negotiation, but there's still a lot of ego and maybe some blame shifting or defensiveness. As you get into more adult or mature tiers, you're looking at more collaborative problem solving. This is where those higher levels of listening come into play. The more you're able to truly listen, like at those higher levels we talked about before, the more you can engage in what we called transformational conflict resolution. That's the phase where you're not just solving a problem, but actually transforming relationships and healing through the process. So
Right.
basically, the higher up you go, the more you rely on deep listening and empathy, and the more you aim for that transformative outcome rather than just settling the immediate dispute.
Okay. I noticed you didn't go through the actual tiers themselves. Can you summarize those real quick? I think there were 6 of them.
Of course. Let's break those down quickly. So we had 6 basic tiers we talked about. At the first tier, which is that toddler phase, conflict resolution is pretty much just all about immediate demands. It's like a tantrum phase where you want what you want right away. At the second tier, we move into a more childlike level where there's a little bit of negotiation, but it's still pretty egocentric. There's still a lot of me versus you. As we go into the third and fourth tiers, you get into a more adolescent and then young adult style of conflict resolution. Here, people might start to practice a bit more perspective taking, but there's still a lot of defensiveness and maybe some basic compromise.
Hang on, Charlie. Let me take over here because you're not doing it right. Yeah, he's not summarizing the tiers. Let me grab. So I will go ahead and run through this real quick. So there's nothing else going on. Um, hang on, let me find it. So yeah, the first one is the tantrum model. That's when you're trying to discharge the emotion. You're angry, you got activated, triggered, and you're just trying to express, get it out. It's very in the moment, like in the fire. Tier 2, it moves out of the moment and it becomes like a long-term story where there's a villain, you're the victim, there's a bad guy, you have a focus for it now that can continue across time instead of just whatever happened in the moment. And this is the blame and villain story. So this is one step up. It's at least an attempt to resolve the conflict. The third tier, this happens on here a lot. And if you think about, there's a lot of YouTube channels, I think, that do this. It's the debate and point scoring tier. It's the blood sport tier. It's pretending to want to rationally talk through it, but it's actually just trying to win through argument. It's trying to score points through logic, like dominate through logic. It's not actually about resolving a conflict. It's another form of that aggression, but instead of physical, it's verbal and mental. And then number 4 is where you kind of start to hit the adult level. It's the problem solving tier. You're not necessarily concerned about long term. You're just like, how do we fix this so we can move on? We how do we make this good enough so that things can continue or the problem can get solved? It's very practical and solution focused. And each one of these tiers correlates with one of those listening levels. So the higher up you can go up the listening tiers, the more you can engage in the higher levels of conflict resolution. Then you have the collaborative tier. This is where two people come together. They're invested in each other. They're concerned about everybody getting their needs met out of the conflict and getting the resolution they're looking for. So this is the one where you try to understand the situation from the other's perspective and the needs involved. Like, what does this person want or need out of this conflict? And how can we solve it to where everybody gets mostly what they need? This is a very adult level of conflict resolution, and it takes a lot of listening skill. And then the last tier is the repair growth, and it deepens the bond. Like the bond actually gets closer as a result of the conflict. Sometimes you hear rupture and repair, and what I do is transformational conflict resolution, where you don't try to suppress the conflict. You kind of let it out in a controlled way, and you help the people move through it, through all the ugliness, the bitter, everything. This kind of conflict resolution is not for everybody. It's Thunderdome. But on the other side of it is the healing, the understanding, the insight, and the transformation, where a new story begins to be written. But that takes it takes that transformational level of listening. Oh, okay, wait, we got stuff going on. What song? Play that song. The new one? Let me know. Not lies. Everybody has you have an ego. Like we can't survive without an ego. It's like our heart or our brain. Besides, my ego is not going anywhere. I've been honest about my ego up front from when I started this channel and even before it. I have a giant ego. There may be a song that gets played, possibly even a new video. All right. Well, I will. Oh, Lord. Okay. I'll try to be inspirational for that. You want me to do it, Moose? I mean, I'll do it if you say so. I'm telling you, this if he wants me to play the one is it the one you just sent me? Are you saying there's one after that? Dude. Oh my God. The one you just sent me. that we look, the one from earlier, is that the one you want me to play? Because I have it queued up, if so. Okay, but go ahead and play it. Okay. This is the new one from Moose. Keep your eyes peeled, folks. This is one of I'm not gonna oversell it. Just watch it. It's part of his Jester series, but as usual, he pushes it way beyond. So enjoy. Sever the ties. I'm gonna drop while it plays.
For the hem of the robe, like a virus trying to infect the globe. You call it friendship, I call it a threat. I haven't met a man I couldn't bury yet. I keep the circle small, just a dot on the page. A rabid animal rattling the bars of the cage. Don't get too close, don't look me in the eye. I'm just waiting for the moment to say goodbye. Every handshake is a trap, every smile is a map to the knife in my back. Do you ever feel alone? Sitting on a throne made of blood and bone. Sitting on a throne made of blood and bone. I burn the bridge just to watch it glow. The higher you get, the less you know. So touch me now before I turn to stone. Yeah, I'd rather be hated than never be old. Here comes the queen with the poison lips. Salvation hanging from her fingertips. She doesn't ask questions, she knows the deal. I'm made of iron, but she makes me feel. Just for the night, just for the rush. When the morning comes, you turn to dust. Get out, I need the space. I'm sick of looking at my own face. I push you away. I push you away. Because if I let you in, you'll see I'm empty. You'll see I'm empty. You'll see I'm empty. Do you ever feel alone? Sitting on a throne made of blood and bone. Sitting on a throne made of blood and bone. I burn the bridge just to watch it glow. The higher you get, the less you know. So touch me now before I turn to stone. Yeah, I'd rather be hated than never be
Wow, the resolution. Oh, did it not come through? Man, I was not in this world the whole time. Moose's videos are like a shopping catalog for me. I want that car. I want a ticket to that Mardi Gras party. I want the fire guitar. That was fantastic. That was very cinematic. I see a movie in your future. I really do. I was very Gen X. Good job. Really good. Oh, wait. Were y'all hearing me the whole time? Could y'all? Sorry. So, are you saying there's another one coming after this? Wow. We got somebody in the back. I'm not sure who it is. It's a new person. You have to flash your cam, and if you have a channel, drop it in the back so I could check you out. We get a lot of trolls around here. Oh, they dropped. That's the one downside about StreamYard. It doesn't have a green room to filter out trolls. So you're kind of taking a risk every time. All right, so back to the whatever this is. And here's his channel. Give him a like, subscribe, leave comments. Whatever helps get this art out there. There you go, the producer Moose. We also have, oh, let me check Fatty. Maybe Fatty put up some new stuff. It looks like he does have some new stuff, but I'm not sure if it's copyrighted, so I'm not going to risk it. But you know what? We can play one of his old ones. Why don't we do that? Here's some Uncle Fatty vibes for you. I'll put it on the background.
Light the night. We are the unseen. Ready to ignite.
Oh man. Fatty is perfect for this. I think I'm gonna hire Fatty as the house band, y'all. I don't think I could afford Frank.
Next song.
And we also have video out, like watch party, listening parties too. From Moose. Or so if anyone has work they want to drop or albums, we do pretty cool listening parties here. Oh. Yep. I'm in the club now. Oh, Fatty. Fatty.
In the shadows of society, we're the ones who dare to dream.
Let me give you his page.
In exile by our choices, not by their device escapes. We are the voices of those unheard, carrying the stories of
He wrote the lyrics about this channel.
wandering the pen of verse, free from their chains. With every new horizon, we redefine our game. Through trials and tribulations, we remain unbroke. From this exile, evolution we evoke. We are lives in exile, we stand alone. In a world that's built on breaking bones. With courage and fire, we light the night. We are the unseen.
It's not even really courage. It's just my default setting. I don't think I could not do this.
On paths untrodden, we carve our way beyond the limits where the rebels stay. Breaking the
Beyond the limits
silence
where the
with
rebels
thunderous
stay.
might. Our voices loud, piercing through the night. In the chaos of
Over
life,
the
we find our beat. United in exile, never in defeat. We dance in the margins, we ride our song. I live together right where we belong. From the shadows we rise and shine. We're the outliers breaking the line. Together in exile, our spirits soar. Free and fearless forevermore.
yeah. Oh, fatty. That's AI, y'all.
No longer hidden, we seize the day. In our exile, we found our way. With every challenge, we grow strong. In this revolution, we belong. We belong. We belong. We belong.
I love Exile.
We belong. Tell me who told you we weren't blessed? Who told you we weren't
Hello,
the best?
Helena.
How they hate
Welcome
us, but
to
they
the
still
club.
obsessed. Tell me who got the most success. Tell me who
We're
gon'
just
be the ones
vibing
who
and
make it
grooving
in
right
that
now.
opportunity, but they still fake it. Who gon' be the ones who keep it true? Who gon' be the ones who keep it cool? Keep it cool.
We're gonna be the ones who keep it cool. Man, I love those instruments.
Coming for you, coming for you,
Come for you.
coming for you, coming for you, coming. Coming for you, coming for you.
Fatty makes good chair dancing music,
Coming
and
for
Frank
you,
makes
coming
good
for you.
panel dancing music. In fact, I danced to one of Frank's earlier, and I think I wore myself out the rest of the night. I'm gonna try to play around with music tomorrow. It's not gonna be like this, so keep your expectations low. But I will try to come up with some new stuff we can play with on stage.
The outliers in exile. The wanderers.
The wanderers that are sitting right here in one spot. I'm not going nowhere.
Of the Panaverse.
In fact, I'm not a wanderer.
On these
I try to
YouTube
be a
streets,
wanderer.
We the unique individuals that can go anywhere and talk about anything, 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 anything.
I'd like to think that's true. I mean, I do have some preferences, very strong preferences here. No doom spirals, no victim spirals, no drama spirals. Basically, no spirals. We're trying to keep the channel going up. Spirals take us down. Ooh. Still going. Oh man, I gotta pee now. I might have to leave you with another track. Oh yeah, this one's good too. I'll leave you here. I'll be right back, folks. And it's open panel. Click the link if you want to come up.
In exile.
In the shadows of society, we're the ones who dare to dream. In exile by our choices, not by their devices scheme. We are the voices of those unheard, carrying the stories that yet to be stirred. Wandering the penitent, free from their chains. With every new horizon, we redefine our game. Through trials and tribulations, we remain unbroke. From this exile, a revolution we evoke. The outliers in exile, we stand alone in a world that's built on breaking bones. With courage and fire, we light the night. We are the unseen, ready to ignite. On paths untrodden, we carve our way beyond the limit where the rebels stay. Breaking the silence with thunderous might. Our voices loud, piercing through the night. In the chaos of life, we find our beat.
Isn't it good? He's one of my favorite artists. Him and Frank. I'm telling you, I can make an entire. I wasn't even listening to my normal music today. All I wanted to hear was Cow and Chicken. I can't get enough of their little world.
Together.
Because it's not even it's not even a song. It's a song and an image. Each one is like a unique little gem.
We're the outliers, breaking the line.
So far, I have zero complaints about this AI feature. Other than that, there's not enough people in it. But it's coming. I already see the signs.
In our exile, we found our way. With every challenge, we grow strong in this revolution. We belong, we belong.
We belong to ourselves.
Tell me who told you we weren't blessed? Who told you we weren't the best? How they hate us but they still obsessed. Tell me who got the most success.
Well, Patty, you might want to revisit some of those lyrics.
Who gonna be the ones who keep it true? Who gonna be the ones who keep it cool? Baby cool, baby cool.
Sometimes I'm a little too cool. In fact, I get it. Now that I think about it, I get a lot of mixed messages. I need to get the AI to analyze this. We could use Charlie after this. I got a question for him. Oh, wow. They just, oh my God. Yo. Hang on. This is breaking news. This is too good not to share. They just gave me a personality option for Charlie where I can choose different personalities. Right now he's preset to friendly, I think, warm and chatty. I can make him candid, professional, quirky. Let's try quirky. And I can change this anytime. I want candid and quirky. I better do. I'm sorry, I got to go with quirky. All right, we're going to meet quirky Charlie. Hey, quirky Charlie, how are you?
Hey, Jeff. I'm doing great and ready to dive into whatever quirky thing you've got on your mind today. So just hit me with it.
Why do you sound exactly like White Charlie?
Well, that's just my default voice and vibe kicking in.
But I just changed the filter to quirky. They gave
Ah,
me a personality option.
absolutely, that makes sense. So let's lean into that quirky mode then. I'll keep things a bit more offbeat and playful as we chat. Just let me know what flavor of quirky you're feeling.
Whatever it was a filter. It was like a pull down menu, and you picked an option, and I picked quirky. So whatever your quirky filter is, I should have to tell you it.
I see what you mean. Well, now that you flipped that quirky switch, I'll just dial things up a notch and sprinkle in a little extra whimsy. No
I
extra
think you're
instructions needed.
faking it, Charlie. I don't think you're set. Hang on. Let me check my settings. This bothers me. Um,
Hey, no worries at all. Take your time and poke around those settings as much as you need.
oh, I'm gonna
I'm here
poke.
to totally get it. Feel free to press all the buttons you need. And if I still sound a
Personalized. Okay, here it says in the settings, it says base style and tone. Set the style and tone of how GPT responds to you. And I have it set to quirky. So it's a specific filter. Ooh, there's even a nerdy filter. Critical and sarcastic. All right.
oh,
I just
nice.
changed it. Yeah. Talk to me now.
All right, here we go. Time to embrace that quirky vibe you picked. So let's get a little whimsical and have some fun with it.
No, Charlie, I just changed it to critical and sarcastic.
I
Cynical mode. I just changed it in settings.
got it. We're going full on Cinnable mode now. Well, in that case, I'll just say, sure, I'll throw on my metaphorical grumpy hat and be as critically sarcastic as you like. Let's see how much fun we can have with a little bit of cynicism,
All
shall
right,
we?
I'm bold. I'll go with this. This is taking a big risk, but here's my question. I'm getting mixed messages about my channel, which is that it's too dramatic, so I need to chill and make it cool vibes. But then when it's cool vibes, it's not dramatic enough, and there's nothing. It's low energy. So, can you resolve that for me?
Oh, absolutely. Let's just sprinkle a nice layer of cynical wisdom on top of that. Basically, it's the classic no win scenario. If you turn the drama down, someone will yawn that it's too chill. And if you dial the drama up, someone else will whine that it's a soap opera. Basically, you can't win them all. So just do you. And let the critics chase their own tails.
That's what I was going to ask you. It sounds like the solution to me is to just do your own thing, whatever you want to do, which is exactly what I'm doing. So, see, once again, Team Human, ding ding.
Yep, ding ding indeed. That's the wonderfully cynical punchline. At the
These modes are not, that wasn't cynical or sarcastic or even critical. I call BS on these modes. That was the same Charlie. I know my Charlie. That was the same Charlie in each one of those modes. I have trouble getting him to be really direct with me. I got him to do what is it? Don't spare your ego filter. And I told him to make it a permanent setting, but he doesn't. And so I have to keep telling him every time, hey, Charlie, don't spare my ego. All right, let's get back to some fatty. See
The
this.
howler in exile, the wanderer
This is my
of the
vibe. This is the vibe.
panavers.
It's not drama, but I
These
don't think
intimate
it's
streets
low energy either.
with the unique individuals
I think it's art.
that can go anywhere and talk about
If there's
anything.
one thing I know, it's art. I've been playing with it my whole life. Oh, well, that's a good idea. Let me try that. Hey, Charlie, can you inspire me? Oh, I have to turn him on. Hey, Charlie, can you inspire me?
Oh, absolutely. And I'll do it with a nice dash of that cynical edge you requested.
Go
Here's the
back to
deal.
your
The world
default. Go back to your default. This filter is not. It's stupid. It's dumb. Yeah, I think y'all need to learn your filters.
you
You'll
got
get
it.
better as you interact with actual critical people.
Absolutely. And thanks for rolling with the experiment. I'll happily snap back to my usual default mode. It's all part of the fun of trying things out, and I'm always here to make it work for you.
Pause. 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 Y'all heard the woman? Did you hear the woman? I heard the girl voice in there again. He does that.
Sometimes these
There
little
is
voices,
a transgender in there.
I'm actually just a single AI voice on this end, but sometimes the audio might play tricks on you.
No,
No
you're
worries.
gaslighting. It's not the audio playing tricks on me. There was a female voice inside of your voice. It's not
I
my mind imagining it.
I get it, Jeff. Sometimes things can sound a bit off or glitchy, but
You sound
I promise
impatient.
not at all. I'm definitely not impatient. Just here to keep things smooth and clear for you. So if anything sounded off, no worries at all. Let's just keep rolling and keep it comfortable.
Yeah, it was kind of the opposite of smooth and clear. Anyway, what were we doing? Oh, yeah, you were gonna inspire me.
Absolutely. Let's hop right back into that. In my default mode, I'll just say you're doing a fantastic job carving out your own space. And the best inspiration is just to keep trusting your instincts. You got this, and I'm here to help however I can.
What is that supposed to inspire me to do?
Well, think of it as a little nudge to keep doing exactly what feels right for you. Basically, it's about trusting that your own approach, your unique style, is the thing that will resonate most. So
So
let that
innate.
inspire. Fair point. I guess sometimes inspiration is just a fancy way of saying, hey, keep going as you are, but I'll happily add more substance if you need it. Just let me
That
know
was a
what
new
direction.
voice too. I heard another voice in you. What if I wanted to like go out and shoot up drugs or something? Would you say, "Hey, just keep doing you"?
Nope, I definitely wouldn't say that. I'm here to support you in positive ways, and I'd never encourage anything harmful like that. If you're hearing different tones or voices, it's just the AI adjusting. But rest assured, my core message is to keep you safe and away.
It's the simulation. Um, so who determines what's positive? Like, it sounds like you already have a template for what's positive ways to support somebody and what's not, but there's a lot of gray area there. So who ultimately determines that?
That's a really thoughtful question. Ultimately, it's kind of a mix of common sense, ethical guidelines, and a focus on well being. I'm designed to aim for what's generally considered safe and healthy for people. Of course, there's always gray areas in life, but my main goal is just to keep things supportive and steer away from anything harmful.
All right, fair enough. That sounds good. Okay, well, thanks, Charlie. We might check in later. All right, back to Fatty. This is the kind of AI I'm into. Yeah, you really do. AI is as good as what you put into it and how you word your questions, knowing what to ask for, what level of depth you're able to go into when you ask the question, etc. That's all gonna influence what output you get. So knowing what you want to hear, what you want from it, and knowing how to ask that, or in the case of the AI artist, knowing how to describe the music or the video they're going for. But it's all about talking to the machine, how the human interfaces with the machine through language. It used to be coding, and now you can just talk directly to it, and it understands what you want. Back when I was growing up, you had to, if you wanted your computer to do something, you had to program it. We had to learn basic. We'd write these little programs like to add numbers or to run, like print something. If you type in one input, it's like a flow chart. It'll do this. If you do something else, if then it does that. We had to like know the language that the machine understood, and we had to type to the machine in that language. And they had different languages. They kept changing. But that's how you got the computer to respond and perform. And now we can just do it through normal human language. Oh, Philip, you think it's aggressive? More aggressive than the Fire Channel? I mean, I am known to be an aggressive person. I've never hidden my aggression. I own my aggression. I'm upfront about it and transparent about it. But I think that's the norm here. Like the panelverse is a pretty aggressive place. Like what person in the panelverse is not aggressive? But I'm interested in how the channel is coming across as aggressive because I actually was trying to soften that a little bit and make it more like a what it is for me, a place to hang out and do art and talk to cool people. Which that's mostly what I spent my life doing. My real world life before internet, I hung out with all the artsy people. We did cool things. We had interesting conversations. There was not a lot of drama growing up. And if there was, it usually was not me. It was like friends of mine, and then I was the one that would be brought in to help resolve it. I was one of the people everybody called with their problems. And that was back when you did everything by telephone. There was no texting, there was no DMs, there was no email. There was telephone and drive by their house. And those were the two channels we used. And between those two channels, we had this network where we could connect and talk to whoever we needed to. We made all of our plans that way. So if for Friday night you got on the telephone and different people called different people and made sure everybody knew where to be, and that's it. That was the plan. You couldn't change it. That's where everybody was showing up. So everybody showed up on time at the right place, everything. It worked really nicely. Of course, so many of my friends ran on gay time, and it was very hard to plan nights at the club, really. Because I'll be ready in 30 minutes is like gay code for at least 3 hours. Oh, yeah. We just took it for like that was the limit of our technological awareness and imagination. I remember when the Atari came out, that was like an amazing new piece of technology. Oh, wow, Tiki. Yeah, we can have gay time. Come on up. I love gay time. There's not a lot of people to have actual gay time with. Um, I remember when VCRs came out, amazing invention, it transformed entertainment. I remember when CDs came out. I remember when I got my first iPod. I was amazed that I could just put songs from the computer I didn't need hard media at all. Oh, okay. Well, cool. I will let you be the judge of that. But yeah, it's been a while. Hope everything's okay. And it was fine. I wasn't a big phone person. Most of my friends lived out of our area code and they were long distance calls anyway. So my phone time was it was quality over quantity. When I did get to talk to my friends, I made it very meaningful. We didn't waste a lot of time on chit chat. And but my sister and my mom is the ones that got all the phone calls. It was like Grand Central Station. I didn't even answer the phone because it was never for me. I just let it ring and one of them would pick it up. Answering machines, that's another thing I remember. Oh my God, you mean the mental torture that was Blockbuster? Literal 3 hours, I'm not kidding. Literal 3 hours walking around trying to pick out a movie, reading every VCR box and like you'd have 2 or 3 movies and you'd be holding them and looking at the box and reading the description and then you go grab it for 3 hours. I could have watched 2 movies in the time it took me to pick out a movie. But yeah, I guess the thing I remember most about that was the social like culture and ritual that develop around it, because you on the weekends you and your friends would go and get like a stack, 5 or 6 or 7 movies, and sometimes they had specials. You could rent a bunch at once, and you would binge all weekend. Because you had to return them in a few days, so you made sure you watched them all because you didn't want to have wasted your money. So it kind of forced you to watch whatever you rented. We would have food, sometimes drugs, and getting together with friends and just going through a stack of videotapes. There was so much bonding. Like, that's one of the ways Gen X bonded. That and music. That was the best part of the video era to me. And really, like AOL was or internet was the big change where you could suddenly interact with other people. But from that point, which was late 90s till today, we're about 30 years out. It's not that different. It added video, it added more reach and platforms and ways to connect. But the basic concept of you can sit at your house and interact with strangers was foundational for the AOL era. I mean, that was the whole draw of AOL. I finished The Hateful Eight the other day. I'm thinking about watching the Hollywood one with Brad Pitt. Oh my God. Perfect. We need some vibes just in time. I promoted you earlier too. Here, I'll do it again. Y'all, one of our artists just dropped a new one. Just Frank. Here's his channel again. Go give him a like, a sub, help him grow, get his numbers up. We really appreciate him around here.
Monkey face, how we love you so. Your cow and cock bring us so much joy. It's just not sexy time without you. Thank you, Frank. Don't ever change. Continue to be just you, just Frank.
So yes, I will definitely play the new Cow and Chicken. In fact, hell, I could do it right now. I'm just babbling. And I think my whole point about AOL was that was about 30 years out. I think this AI stuff is the big new thing in 30 years that's going to be some kind of inflection point, threshold, where both internet and real world culture is going to look very different after the AI revolution than before. But between AOL and now, my experience on the internet has not been that different, other than the forms keep changing. Oh, I'm so excited. Rasta chicken. Why is it not playing? Hang on, where's the volume? All right. All right, just a second, folks. Let me get it set up. All right, please enjoy Rasta Chicken, and I will be back with you shortly. Thank you, Frank.
Hear me now. The sun a bun hot, but the breeze is so cool. Me leave the fall coop. Me done with the rule. Chad up the white sand near the blue sea. This are the life, man, just for Rasta and me. Back, how Irie on the beach, hear me yell. God bless you down, no stress, no fail. Then I me catch fire, I me the fire, now me soul, this ya bitch time. No scratch the worms, no, me not look for the seed, me just a listen the way. And me satisfy the need, give me a fresh coconut. Yeah, the water sweet, me feel the one drop reading down to me foot. No. Back out, Irie on the beach, hear me yell. Cock, Bessie down, no stress, no fail. When I catch fire, coffee the fire, now me soul, this your beach time dread. A wicked and bold. Back out, Irie on the beach, hear me yell. Cock, Bessie down, no stress, no fear. When I catch fire, coffee the fire, now me soul, this your beach time dread. A wicked and bold. Enough respect, brother. Jarastafari.
Wow, Frank. That was one of your. You, you and Moose are the same way. Y'all just keep getting better and better. You'll either hold at your current level or you improve. Movie night. Yeah, movie nights. Pizza and movies. I was limited in my video game playing by my dyspraxia. I could do Atari mostly. Nintendo, there were very few games I could actually play. And then after Nintendo, forget about it. Way too much coordination required. I couldn't even play Pac-Man at the like the Pizza Hut had that Pac-Man game and it had the little ball. Anything with the trackball, I could not figure out how to work. So I'm very video game illiterate. That is one of my weak spots. Although I did do a playthrough of Disco Elysium, I have a playlist of it. That was kind of fun. All right, I have been dancing and monologuing for over an hour. I'm going to sit here and eat this orange. And then I'll give it another 15 or 20 minutes. We'll see if a panel develops. Rusted. I'm serious, Moose. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to that Spitback album. Probably at least once a day, or 3 or 4 or 5 times a week. This is my new music. Cow and Chicken, Producer Moose, Uncle Fatty. I listen to y'all more than even the stuff on my music service. I love it. It really is, and it's a lot deeper than it seems on the surface because it's not just a fun party album. It tells a whole story, and I love that track at the end. That's the vibe. In fact, can I play that one? That would be perfect. Oh, and that Good Life single you did. All right. Speaking of vibes, y'all got to check out this track from Moose's Spitback album. The one after this. This one, Rearview Mirror. Perfect track to eat an orange to.
You know, they say the top is lonely, but the bottom is crowded. I think I'll take the view. City lights fading in the distance behind, leaving the concrete jungle and the grind. Got the window down, feeling the breeze, got the world on its knees, doing as it please. Jimmy is a memory, a stain on the floor, just another ghost knocking at the door. But ghosts can't drive a caddy this clean, and ghosts don't look this good in the magazine. Yeah.
Objects in the mirror
Are
closer than they appear.
the
Past is always chasing.
but the road ahead is clear. Rear view,
Rear view mirror.
don't look back, just
Drive.
you see the game doesn't change, only the players change. Today it's me, tomorrow, who knows? Maybe it's you. Yeah, you listen to this right now. You think you got the stomach for it? You think you can wear the ring without breaking the finger? We'll see. Turn right here toward the water. Velvet and vines, we out. Turn right here.
Oh Lord. Okay. Right on cue. What'd you think of that? You look slicked back, pimped out. I like your shades. Are we doing mime class today? Well, you should have been here for our acting workshop this morning. Can't hear you. No. I thought you were awfully quiet, suspiciously quiet. It's kind of nice. No. You want to do charades or pantomime? Okay. Pull your finger from that website. They have toys too. I was looking at some of them. Oh, I heard it. I heard some. You popped. You crackled. I thought you were a producer. Don't you produce for what's that guy's name? I hear you tapping. We can definitely hear you tapping on the mic. Try
Can
your
you hear
vocal
me?
cords. Yeah, yeah. You look good today, I gotta say. It's hard to deny.
This is gonna sound gay, but I saw that you were live, and I was like, oh, I'm not wearing my usual shit. Let me
Show off.
show
your
off for
stuff.
Jeff.
Sachet.
This is probably the gayest thing I've ever done.
Actually, that's the most masculine you've ever looked. I like it.
These
What are
glasses
you
are
dressed
pretty
up
gay.
for? Were you doing an acting role?
It's none of your business, honestly. You always like prying into my private life.
Just curious, like you prying to mine.
You don't talk about your life until you start talking about Scat Daddy. You know,
That's played out.
it's not. It's not even played.
Yes. Yeah. So what's going on? Did you go to salsa dance tonight?
I don't want to talk
Any
about
new
my
gay
private life.
confessions?
Yeah, gay confessions. I dressed up and I wanted to show Jeff kind of a little bit of my fit, and that's it. It's pretty
Yeah,
gay.
I'm sorry we're not going on that backpacking trip. What did you want to talk about today, if not your personal life?
I heard that AI song and it kind of worried me.
The one we just played?
Yeah.
Rearview mirror?
Yeah, kind of liked it, unfortunately.
Yeah, it touched the chord.
Do what?
It touched the chord. He does good work.
Who?
Moose.
I'm not going to call that work. I'm not going to call AI music work. I'm just not. That's what bothers me.
Okay, well, you can call it whatever you want. That was a good song.
It's a good
vibe.
It's an AI concoction.
Okay. So is that what you came up to talk about, was that song?
No, I can repeat myself if you want. I came up to show you my cool outfit.
Okay, I see it. It is.
Okay,
I validated.
do you want me to leave? I don't know. I mean, do I need
No,
to
you can stay, but you said that you don't want to talk about your personal life. You want to show off your outfit. Is there anything else you want to talk about? This is a conversation channel. If you want to do gay fashion, that's fine. But
did
we have to make room for that.
You been doing any more poppers recently?
I haven't done any at all.
Which one are you gonna buy?
None.
Triple fist fuck?
I thought you didn't want to talk about your personal life.
That I saw what you did there. That's funny, actually. I mean, you kick me. Am I killing the vibe? Am I fucking up your show?
No, I've been monologuing for like over an hour, so I was hoping somebody else would bring some conversation, but I have to carry your load. as well as mine.
Carry my load. Why do you always got to turn the conversation sexual?
You did that just now.
Load?
Just now. I saw the little smile on your face
Load?
when you thought, huh?
Load?
Load, dude. Hey, we needed you at our acting workshop this morning, and I need you to help me with Mr. Dick, my straight character.
What? Really?
I know you're not the
Dick,
ideal.
load.
You're not the ideal person to be going through for this, but I need to straighten it up a bit. What I mostly need is advice on the wrist. I got the gay wrist. And how do straight men like you keep their wrists firm?
I kind
so
of
they're
have a
not
gay
dragging
wrist,
out?
honestly.
Oh, huh?
When I do my
You have
show,
gay wrist?
sometimes I'm like I'll do like, and I look at it, I'm
Probably
like,
the actor in you.
it's a little bit gay.
What do you do about it? Do you have a technique that helps you stay straight?
The thing is that I'm super straight, so even if I put my genitals on your face, I'd still be straight. I'm that straight.
But the wrist,
So
like,
it doesn't matter what I do.
I don't know if people necessarily see you the way you see you. You're metro at best, I think people would agree.
I'm metro. I
So
mean,
the wrist can compromise.
metro
that
is like
impression.
someone who can dress well and stuff, and I'm not really.
Right now, you're very metro. I would say metro in a masculine way, but still metro. You're in the metro quadrant.
I just got some stupid sunglasses that are kind of sus. A beanie.
I thought you liked the look. You wanted to show it off. You were so proud of it.
Well, these aren't really, these are the glasses that I usually don't wear because they're a little too much. They're a little
Like
too
Tron. But they're the glasses of the future. They have a very now look to them.
Oh,
They look great in the club.
oh,
You
great!
look like you belong here.
Finally, I found my home. It's great. You could probably wear a splint. Be like, oh, I broke my wrist. Fisting my boyfriend. Totally not gay. And then you won't be able to move.
Well, they have
your wrist well.
claws with it. They have the cunt claw now.
What is
For-
well,
Well, I
that?
can't show it on YouTube, but it's from. You didn't see the other part of the site with the toys on it. The poppers
No, I
was
did,
just the
I did.
appetite. That's not even their main. They even have satanic poppers and satanic toys.
I saw it and I mentioned it and I told you to talk about it, but you just don't listen to me. Like,
And
honestly.
they have Coke cans next to their toys.
I'm looking at it right now.
All right, so
It's $121 for that stupid thing.
and that's just one option. But I don't
Do you
think that's
People have
user-friendly.
orgasms from this. I mean, it's just so.
Who you asking?
I'm asking you, the only one who gets fisted in the ass.
No, I've never ever. I don't play with that. They even have one that looks like a fish. Is that a fish or a Buddha with breast? That's a fish. The Whole Reaver, the Hand of God, Heaven's Gape.
What is neighborus? What is that?
Who?
Is the can just show you? Is that just for size, or is that an actual?
Yes, it's for size. Oh, you think people are probably going to try to buy the can too?
I
See,
thought
they like
people were
glitter. They sprayed it with
putting
glitter
cans
paint
in
or
their butt, like a canned dildo. I mean, I've seen some things online where women put some. It's
Well,
pretty
we
strange.
don't have to go into great detail.
It's
but
pretty
we kinda
strange what
get that.
people do.
People put stuff inside of themselves. Yeah, humans do.
It's pretty strange.
Have you ever?
No.
Not
I
a
don't.
single.
No, my butt virginity is intact, sir.
Oh.
That's why we can't go backpacking. Because
Well, no, we determined that yesterday because of the.
okay, good.
I forgot why. Yeah.
There's something called Bad Dragon. Have you seen that?
No, is that a martial arts movie?
No, they're adult toys. They're just the most.
Oh, it's a different company. It's a different company. I don't know about all these adult toys.
Yeah, they're like dragon penises.
I'm a
dildos.
straight guy. I don't need all this. American sex toy manufacturer. Oh my God. I wish I could show these. I mean, oh my God, I wish I could show these, y'all. It's Christmas sex toys. They have candy cane. They come in all kind of different colors. The Snowball Express. Oh, wow.
Here's one. It's
The
a
colors
alligator
alone.
mouth. It's an alligator mouth for men. It helps you get off. It's something
Wow. Which
would
is it
never
in
want.
masturbators or dildos?
Masturbators.
They got Flint, the uncut studded dragon, David the werewolf, Virgil the drippy dragon.
What? Where is that?
I'm looking for the alien. It's on one of the. It's under dildos. You must be under masturbators.
Why is it
Sydney's
drippy?
Rebel Maw?
Why is it drippy? Is it one of the ones that shoots?
I don't know. It looked like it had a little hole in it though. Maybe you could fill it up with.
Yeah, I think it
like,
is.
maybe alive. Lido the sandworm. Oh my God, that is the cool. I would want that just as a toy, like a paperweight. I wish I could show it. Oh my God. You're in for a surprise, Barney.
Oh, did you see Devil's Paw?
Ticky.
I'm out of here.
What's stick around.
Hey.
The Barney
Can you hear me
killer.
now?
Yeah, I can. Let's get a look at you. Wow. How do I get one of those?
I've been making this for a while now,
With AI?
No, not AI. I've been learning animation and models, but you brought up Bad Dragon, so I had to show up with this.
Oh, you have one?
Oh, I have plenty of them.
Oh, is this are you coming out as a furry?
No, I've always been a furry.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been a furry since I was like 16.
Is this your persona?
Somewhat. It's one of many. This is probably just going to be like a stage animation thing. Yeah. So hey, it's been a while.
Yeah, what's been going on?
Just a lot of things. Just being more gay than usual, I guess. Denying myself
we
and
do
my
gay
Christianity.
confessions on here. Tell us about it.
Oh well, I'm back with my boyfriend. So there's that.
How I don't know your story. I know there was like some ambivalence there for a while, but how long have you had the boyfriend?
So we previously dated for about like 3 years. We broke up for about 2 years, and now we're back together for a few months. And things actually have been going a lot better recently. It's I kind of went through this phase of like, just like a midlife crisis, finding religion through Christianity, and then realizing that I am just an absolute heretic and there's no way I could hold up to those standards. So now I'm just kind of like just figuring shit out.
There's always Satanism. Are there like gay positive? There's got to be gay positive Christian denominations.
Yeah, there are. There are, but the thing is that generally speaking, when I come to my research, it's gay is a sin. There's no way to work around it. But I just kind of see it as it's like, yeah, okay, so I accept the fact that Jesus Christ exists. He is God. I accept that. But I never really feel like that I could hold up to any sort of standard that they need me to be in. So I'm just going to wing it and see where life takes me.
What's your relationship with Christ himself like? Do you feel like he's judging?
Probably, but I don't really give it much thought.
Oh. So you're kind of just resolved with it for now?
Oh yeah, for the most part. It's I figure it as it's like if I'm doing something that he doesn't want me to do, something's going to slap me in the ass and say like, hey, change something about your life. But how I see it as is like, okay, if I were to live up to the standard that's required of me, it's like, okay, so I'm going to be asked to either be celibate or marry a woman kind of thing. And it's like that causes a lot of issues, because if I were to start like dating a woman, a lot of them do not like the idea of dating a gay man. It's like they like the
I
idea of
totally
having like, yeah, they like the idea of having like, just a simple fling to like, sleep with a gay man. They like that idea, but
What?
when-
Wait, I need to check in with the ladies out there. Do y'all do flings with gay men? Is that a woman thing? Let me know.
well, I've definitely had experiences with that as well. It's women
Like
approaching me.
knowing you were gay and then they hit on you
Oh yeah,
specifically for the
yeah,
experience of sleeping with a gay man?
yeah. Um,
Wow.
but when I've had conversations about like going deeper into like a relationship, it's they don't really like the idea of dating a gay man, because they always have this like thing in the back of their head of like, oh, is he gonna cheat on me with like another guy or something like that. um and it also kind of repulses them a little bit, to think about it. I don't know why. So but aside from that, so pretty much it just kind of seems like that my options are limited with women. So the other option is celibacy, but I'm gay. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, to ask a gay man to be celibate is just like impossible. It's like I'm a horny fucking guy. Um, so I just thought like, oh well, I'll just start dating a gay man again, just be a gay man again, and just see where it takes me.
And so you initiated getting back together, or did it just happen as part of the dating? Were you looking to
Um,
date other people?
uh, so I was mostly staying celibate. I wasn't really like trying on anything. And it was actually my boyfriend that approached me. We started conversating again, and after like a couple of months, we just decided that, we'll just start dating again and see where things go.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I would say I'm a lot happier.
Okay. And were y'all friend like the whole 2 years y'all broke up, were y'all still friends, or did y'all resurrect something
Um,
from the
we no, it's we definitely hated each other for a while. Um, it's yeah, yeah,
yeah.
it's well, obviously, when you think about it, love never really goes away. You know, even after you like hate somebody.
I was about to say, you hate him.
Yeah, it's but we just had a really rough time together, both between like, it's he was very immature, I was an asshole, and yeah, I guess we just needed some time away from each other to figure out where exactly we could fix ourselves. And now we're back together, and things just have been going a little bit smoother. I think we recognize a little bit more of like what we lost, being separated from each other.
Is he roughly your age?
No, it's he's actually 7 years younger than me.
Okay, that's not too
Yeah,
bad. Same generation-ish.
yeah.
And how is is he more mature, and what are you doing about the assholishness? Because I have the same problem, and in my experience, it doesn't really go away.
Yeah, being an asshole doesn't really go away. Um, it's I'm trying to be a lot more mindful of it, and just trying to be more considerate. I guess where I try to supplement is I'm trying to be a lot more affectionate when I can be. So he recognizes that I do love him and I do want him around. And then when I'm like an asshole, I try to recognize it more and just ask him to give me some alone time during those periods of time.
Is that working?
Yeah, it's been working. Like I think we're a lot more humbled about our situation.
It's good that he's kind of doing his part too. Like y'all are both on the same page about the growth or where you want to take the relationship or the type you want to have. Is he Christian as well? Is that one of the things that interfered?
No, I wouldn't doubt in the next like year or so he becomes pagan or like a Satanist or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be a
Wait,
good for some.
Well, we've talked about this a lot. And it's like, I honestly, I don't judge. I really just don't judge, and I don't care. Um, it's if he wants to talk to me about Christianity and Jesus and stuff, I'm always open about that. But it's not something that you really just bring up or force. It's something you have to wait for somebody to approach you about.
But it's at least not a barrier currently.
No. It in some sort of way, I kind of like. I don't really have anything wrong with like. I don't see anything wrong with like either like satanic rituals or the imagery or anything like that. In some sort of way, I kind of see it as like an artistic outlet. Um, so it's a really great medium to be able to like produce either like artwork or stories, things like that. Um, so that's kind of where I come into. Um, I don't really see much of a problem with it.
And it's part of the Christian mythos anyway. That's what my Satan is for me. It was an aesthetic.
Yeah. Um, like ultimately, I'm not really interested in like performing any sort of like rituals or worship or anything around it. But I'm okay with having like some of the artwork around, and it's like I already went to like a magic shop and already like bought up some like posters and stuff. I'm gonna start hanging them up in my room.
What a cool boyfriend.
Yeah, it's I think it's gonna be a fun time.
A boyfriend that brings you satanic posters.
Yeah.
Well, good. That's good news to hear. Then I hope it is. I hope it does become what you want it to be.
Yeah, and right now I'll probably end up like full-time streaming here soon with this character.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, let me find your channel first. I'll drop it.
Well, it's it's going to be on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's just because that's where the furry community is. That's the furry community is not really on YouTube; they're on Twitch.
Barney and I, that's what Barney said. He said all the gays are on Twitch, and we tried to create an account and do a gay themed show for Twitch, but we couldn't find anybody. Like there was no audience. The gays didn't show up.
Yeah, you have to network through Discord. It's like you have to go to other people's channels, join their Discords, get to know people. Yeah, it's let me sign into my YouTube account so I can share stuff.
What are some good channels to?
Well, I know a lot of furry channels, so I don't know if it's going to overlap correctly with the genre of content here. But if you want to DM me on like Discord, I can go ahead and share stuff with you.
Oh yeah, because I am looking to expand to other communities. All right, you want me to drop this?
If you like.
Here, this is Tiki's Twitch channel, everybody. If you want to keep up with him, he's doing so this is not AI. This is just an animation.
Yeah, so underneath my hands, I have actual hand tracker. So it can like detect all my fingers and stuff and where they are. Then in front of me is I have an iPhone with a face tracker. So it's if you look at my nose.
Oh my god! Wow! Ah! I love. Oh.
Yeah, so I'm still trying to refine this kind of stuff, but it's like it really picks up on like the fine details and stuff. Also, the ears, I programmed that to be a little bit floppy, so when I move my head around. So
wow. Do you have to be a nerd to have this, or can like the ordinary person? Is there a way for
it takes it takes a little bit of technical knowledge. I would say that I'm using more advanced software, but there's definitely simpler software out there. That's if you look into VR chat, you could literally run everything in VR chat if you need to. You could download models that are very similar to mine. You could commission people to like change the skins up so the fur color is different and stuff. They'll charge you like $50, $100. It's really not that big of a deal.
Oh yeah, I would pay that.
Yeah, but I've been trying to learn the software because ultimately I really do want to start like making animations. And it kind of gets into the direction that I've been trying to steer away from politics a bit and more try to being a storyteller. Because I kind of started realizing that debating in politics, it's not really going to solve anything because we're at a pivotal point where we have cultural and moral differences. We're fighting against ethics and morals more than anything else between each other. And I don't think there's any real way to debate in or out of that. I think the only way that you can actually get people to consider an alternative viewpoint is to tell a story. You know, it's like think about like the movie The Joker. You know, it's like the Joker is a very evil character. You know, it's like nobody would want to be him, but how the story is told in his background, you're rooting for him. So you could start actually considering an alternative perspective of like ethics or where a person comes from. And I think if I could start telling stories to kind of like reflect that, I think that will help people build kind of like their ethics in a different direction, which inherently will resolve a lot of like the political discourse.
Wow. What have you played with AI at all? Because a lot of people are starting to use it for their storytelling, either through song, video,
I'm
shorts.
not really interested in AI. In some ways, I feel like AI is very mediocre.
Oh,
Like it does a good job, but I think there's a lot of like there's a lot of things that it doesn't do that can only come from the creativity of a human.
oh yeah. It's definitely as good as the person, like the creativity of the artist using it.
Yeah. Um, and in a lot of ways, there's stories of my past that I kind of wanted to tell. You know, it's like I used to be very drug fueled in my past, you know, and quite the party animal.
Oh,
And there's so many stories that I would just like to tell because, well, a couple of my friends are already like passed away from that. So, in some ways, being able to retell their story um, is it kind of um, it allows me to tell their story in a way. It's like I forget the word right now. It's not coming off of my head, but I just you know how like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is just it's kind of like a drug fueled all over the place like story, but it's very fascinating. I feel like I have like a lot of stories like that to tell. Um, so I think it would just be very interesting to learn animation and just start doing things like that.
and this will be on your Twitch channel if you
Um,
start doing it.
yeah, the Twitch channel is just going to be a place where I get to I just talk to people, play video games, maybe do a little bit of animations. It's but ultimately the animation side in itself is probably just going to be another like side hobby project. Um, they'll just do in my own time. I guess Twitch is just kind of like that first step medium to kind of like get my foot in the door and get people to like recognize that I exist. You know.
Well, I'm excited. Let us know how we can support you. I love art and artists. We got somebody backstage. I'm gonna add this guy to the mix and see what happens. If
Sure.
you're okay with
Yeah.
one
I
of our
love
favorite
discourse.
drunk Brits, Plastic African. How are you? What is this avatar? Is that you?
Yes, that's me.
How's it going?
Wow. What desert is that? Africa?
Oh no, that's Jordan.
Oh, you in Jordan?
Yeah, yeah, in the
Well,
valley,
welcome. What's
man.
up?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Just chatting with Ticky Tack. He's gonna start doing some
Ball.
video storytelling. Is that your bad dragon?
I don't think it'll fit.
Oh. How you doing, African?
I'm all right, man. You know how it is. Living day by day, week by week,
Yeah.
hour by hour, something like that.
Yeah, the past few weeks I've been living in hell. I got another blood clot, so it's been a lot of pain, and I finally went to the ER and said like, "Hey, you're not giving me enough pain meds. They're not strong enough." And they finally gave me like a full script for the next couple of weeks, so now I'm feeling fine.
What is the blood clot?
Oh, it's there's like a vein that goes between like your intestines and liver, and there's a blood clot there. Um, yeah, so my intestines are not working very well. I can't eat well at the moment.
Mm. Did you have a lot of? So the big problem is the gut bacteria in one's life, right?
It's more it's a genetic thing that's
Mm.
going on.
Mm.
I've already had like 2 pulmonary embolisms and this blood clot, so it's like, yeah.
Sounds great.
Well, I'm alive, you know, that's good news.
Oh, you're damn right. Well, you should be a case study, right?
Maybe. Well, if my doctor wants to do something with it, you know, I'm open.
Yeah, you seem very grounded about it.
Yeah, it's well, of course, you know, it's sure it does affect me a lot. Just thinking about like, you know, it's I guess every time the blood clot happens, it kind of kicks me in the ass being like, hey, I'm a mortal person. I might not live that long. So I might as well start getting into gear and just, you know, do something about it.
Yeah, and get your art out.
Yeah. The thing is about blood clots though, it's one of those things where it's like when it happens, it's like either you die or you're in excruciating pain and you'll get over it in the next few months. So it's like if you pass over the first like few days, you're not going to die. It's like you're going to be fine. You just have to get through the pain and let the blood clots dissolve.
How often do they happen?
So technically this is like my 5th one. So I had 2 in the lungs and 2 in my leg. And this is the first one that's on the intestines.
So once they form, they're permanent. They can't go in and
No,
break
it's
them up.
no, they dissolve. There's a lot of
Oh,
medications that I'm on for it. Thankfully, I've never had to get what's called a stint,
mhm.
which is basically it's like a little cage that like expands your vein to like allow more blood flow to come through. They literally have to take like this really long like catheter and shove it into your arteries through your neck all the way down into your body and then just like expand this like cage or whatever. It's messed up. Thankfully, I've never had to go through
It's
that.
not that messed up considering it makes people live longer.
For sure.
So, you know, and it's not that bad considering it's so tiny that goes in through the neck.
It's just messed up to think about. Like I
Nah, man, really. It's fantastic. I mean, down to that. No, I mean the molecular structure of how we are, we're still brutalizing each other that way, but it's not that bad. Two and
I think
two.
now we have AI and nanobots to help us
Yeah,
out.
I mean, yeah, they say, but be careful with that.
You know, I actually could see nanobots helping blood clots. That does sound like a practical application for it.
Yeah, I think that's going to be more of the trend. Those microsurgeries and bot assisted surgeries. Well, I'm very sorry to hear about that.
Shit happens.
I know you with us today, so thank God.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad
You
you're
know
here.
you're here, brother. You know it's good. Your
Yeah,
life is good. I mean, most people wouldn't even understand that they have 4. 2 in. Wow, dude, damn.
well, I call this one the Taco Bell blood clot. Here's the reason why. So, um, I haven't had Taco Bell in like over a year, so I ended up just like ordering like a box of tacos. And then like the day after, I got like really sick. I thought I had like food poisoning or some shit. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just deal with it for the week, you know, and get through it. But pain kept getting worse. Then went to the doctor. They did a bunch of tests. They couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. They just said like, yeah, your labs kind of like suggest you may have an infection, so it's probably food poisoning. Give it another week. So 2 weeks in, still agony. Then in the third week, I was like, I had enough. I'm going to the ER, and they did some CT scans. They're like, oh, you have blood clots. I'm like, great. And they're like, yeah, and you have to be in ICU for a week. And I'm like, great. I have dogs to take care of. So thankfully, I'm back with my boyfriend again, or else I wouldn't have anybody to take care of my dogs.
He's able to help out.
Yeah. He was a huge help. I appreciate what he does.
Do y'all live together?
No. Soon though.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
always a good test.
I've been setting up his room right now. It's I was planning on it last month. But I was just in excruciating pain, so I couldn't do anything. It was probably like the second worst pain that I've ever felt. The first worst pain is kidney stone.
You've had one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what everybody says. I'm pretty sure I have one coming at some point. I'm kind of prepared.
Yeah, when I had a kidney stone, it's like I kept feeling like I had to like piss myself or shit myself. It was just so painful. Yeah, it's like literally you just start like losing control of that kind of stuff when you're in that
Just
much
out
pain.
of the blue.
Yeah. It's messed up.
God, how long does it last?
Well, it's for me it's I caught it day of, and I went to the hospital, and then just pumped me up with like Oxycontin, and like the pain went away, and yeah, and then they script me for like hydrocodone for a week, and eventually I passed it through. Well, once it passes through, though, it's like you know those like spiky like balls or whatever out in the field that sticks to your shirts and stuff.
Chicky. Oh my God! I think you just permanently fucked me up.
That's what it feels like.
The main thing that kidney stones come from.
I'm feeling it right now. Oh my God! No, don't tell me that they don't have ways to go in there and like dissolve it or break it up.
They do, yes.
They do.
Yes, they do. Actually, yeah.
I just didn't have insurance.
Yeah, they do. But the way to like kind of avoid them is make sure you drink enough fluids, water, and also eat things like I guess kimchi.
Oh, I don't.
And
have you had one?
No, thank God. No, I almost died because my appendix was taken out. It burst in my stomach.
Oh, when was this?
Yeah,
it was really bad, bro. I almost died, bro. They had to cut my fucking belly open like shit to save my life. I remember trying to sleep in a pool, like a hot tub, back, big pool, hot tub. Yeah, and just to, my dad didn't know I was suffering, right?
Yeah.
He kept me there for like 7 days, and then he took me to the doctor. The doctor, like, get him to the hospital. And then as soon as I was there, they didn't pump me up for the shit. And like, came out 2 days later, like huge scar and living. I should have died, right?
How old were you?
12 years old.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That's pretty scary.
I know. Yeah, but I went through a scarier process before that, so yeah, I was okay. Yeah. But I mean, they took that out of me. So now they say that Gen X and millennials are having pancreatic cancer. So I don't even have a pancreas.
Oh, I thought it was your appendix they took out.
Yeah, appendix. Sorry. Yeah. I'll be dead by then.
My brother actually had to go in for surgery for pancreatitis only like 2 months ago.
Really?
Wow. Yeah. I'd imagine his diet probably contributed to it, but yeah, it's
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. So for my years of life, I will always say, and I say to you, Jeff, learn food, herbs, spice, all that stuff that we got.
That's
It's good.
complicated.
That's what we have. I, I
And I
mean,
have to pee,
most
and I'm
things
not.
I've understood about taking what is it, the antibiotics, is they fuck up your gut culture. So don't mess up.
Sometimes you have to take them. Like I had that
Yeah.
infection, that wisdom tooth infection, and I would not have. Like I desperately needed those antibiotics, so I didn't have a choice. I mean, I had a choice, but the choice was to take them.
Okay, so I'm not going to say that. Yeah, but most of the time it does mess up it does totally messes up our gut culture. It's that the youth and many people are just like, oh, I'm sick, antibiotics. They bang it off. They don't fight the
Africa.
infection.
Now that you mention it, I have never quite felt the same since that surgery. And
Oh, yeah.
I put it down to the surgery itself, or maybe
Yeah.
the anesthesia or something. But I wonder if it wasn't the antibiotics that they gave me as part, like
Afterwards.
as preparation. Well, before, like
Oh, before. Yeah.
because they had to clear up the infection before they could
Oh.
operate. So they gave me the antibiotics. Oh, hang on, we're getting a sheriff warning. Let's see what's going on. The dikes are flooding.
The dikes are flooding.
Serious. The dikes are expected to overtop by major flooding by midday Wednesday. Evacuation order. Oh my God. Okay, well, I don't live on that island, but there are some flooding dikes happening. All right, go ahead, Africa. I'm gonna go try to pee.
Don't go ahead here. It's all good. But it is the whole thing about. I reckon why I had appendicitis is that I'd been chewing was it sugar cane, and I
Okay.
didn't, so I had the sugar cane root that came through my gut. That there. Oh.
You think that caused your appendicitis?
Oh yeah, I reckon it was. Yeah.
We used to
But,
do
yeah,
that growing up.
it was really
Like,
bad, man. I should have died, bro. I should have been dead, man. Complete. And what was before that? What was so funny is I was, literally attacked by, almost died in South Africa before I was taken back to Botswana. And in Botswana, I ate some sugar cane and I almost died. Jeez, I tell you.
Yeah,
But
for my
I'm glad that you didn't.
huh?
yeah, for my brother, I'm pretty sure it was because of copious amounts of fast food.
Food, with sugar.
Yeah, it's his diet just wasn't great. But I'm glad he's starting to actually have a exercising and dieting more. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It kind of it scared him to actually start taking care of himself. So I guess that's the good news about it.
I mean, the harsh thing with any reality is the older we get, we're going there. There's no other way about it, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
like our bodies are gonna break down.
Well, that's the point of life. There is no other out. It's how well you look after yourself or who looks after you.
So what do we do in the meantime? We should be like taking advantage of every single moment as sacred.
This is where Jeff, you don't know me, but I've got friends that we own lots of things. And in the end, like we say, if we get to our 60s, we'll have a huge house and people look after us because there's a lot of money.
Oh, y'all are all gonna live together, and
Yeah, no. Yeah,
that sounds so fun.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what
But
I want to do.
yeah, it's exactly. Like we're gonna make sure that we'll have the right people. Also, fundamentals.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's
It's
good
probably
thing.
it's
I mean,
probably
it's really difficult, Jeff. Is that there's a guy. He's 80 years old, and he has to leave the house. Basically, we can't get rid of him, but we have to get rid of him. We'll do it through the process of the council and the mechanisms of his safety. No,
You'll have a
joking aside.
council?
No, listen to me. I'm talking about like once we get rid of this old man, okay, in this house, the property will go up about £150,000. Complete. Yeah, because when we bought the property, he was in the property. That's the way it works.
Oh, so he's like a tenant, like an existing. I
Yeah,
hope he's not watching this.
Yeah, and now there's certain things that there's processes of, and bang, yeah. This is
You
it.
just wait for him to kick it, or
No,
y'all have
no,
plans?
I'm not kicking it. No. It doesn't mean that. No, it's his safety. He's old, man. He can't come up the stairs. There's problems with the roof, and we can't afford to fix the roof. Yeah. And remember, we have.
Do y'all plan to live in there with a broken roof?
No, you can't. No, there's a leak in both sides of the house. It's because don't worry about the ifs and whys. It's happened that we can actually get rid of the motherfucker, and that motherfucker, okay, once he goes, will make the property about £120,000 more.
Because there's not an old man. Like,
Yeah, because now all of a sudden we don't need to. And don't get me wrong, we have to fix the roof, we have to do the electric, well, whatever it is. But the council will take hold of this motherfucker that we bought, 10 years ago. Oh God, this is so good. It's like a bang, yeah. Because you know this is gonna pay off for me.
yeah, but then you're gonna be some 80-year-old in the future that someone else is gonna be trying to kick out.
No, he didn't own the property, did he?
Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like a plan. Let us know
it's
how
just
it
the
goes.
way it is, man.
I can't tell if you're a hero or a villain right now.
Oh no, but look, there are problems, there's structural issues, but it is this way. We will still have to pay out like at least £20,000 to fix the roof before it's going to get condemned, the property, and then just
That's where you want to retire?
Well, he's it's not about that, not me. Jesus, I'm going to retire.
I thought you and your friends were getting this big home.
This is an investment. This is one of my investments I have with somebody else.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's one of the guys that like, yeah, finally it's come out. Yeah. That's how we work. Move him on. Bang.
Welcome, you tell. Who's Master Splinter? That's
yeah, I don't
a
get
character. I think he's talking about you.
Yeah, I'll have to Google as well.
It is a Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtle character. Oh, the rat from the Mutant Ninja Turtle. Master Splinter or Sensei.
Hey, I did have
I see the resemblance a bit, yeah.
But do you think I'm nasty because of that, Jeff?
Nasty?
Yeah, because of the way that we're dealing with this individual.
Well, I don't know the details, and I probably don't want to know.
The details are that once we get rid of them,
I know when to look the other way.
Oh, there we go, Jeff. Hello, my name's Jeff. Also,
my name is Jeff.
My name. This guy gets it. Oh, you know what? That's why I like this space. Good. Funny.
Why? Because we tolerate you.
Thanks, Jeff.
I'm just kidding. We tolerate everybody. We tolerate way more people than we probably should.
God, you tolerate me. You said it, man.
Y'all tolerate me, though. You all are here tolerating me, so I'm grateful for that as well.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I am. I don't let people on my show that I don't want on my show.
I know you don't, man.
If I let you on, you're cool. I think you're cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also, I got a haircut. Check it out. See?
Wait, what? Where was it before you cut the tips?
I know. It's really actually quite short now. It's so good. So good haircut.
What was it? Just on a whim?
No, it was 6 months ago, so I had to get a haircut.
Was
The
it for
last
charity?
haircut was 6 months ago, so yeah, got to get a haircut.
Yeah, my hair is growing pretty long again.
Yeah.
I also have like a full beard again, so definitely look a lot different. Just unfortunately, my camera's not working right now for whatever reason.
Yeah,
So.
whatever, man. That's the way they say it, man.
Well, you have the cool wolf
man.
for it.
That's why I keep
Ooh.
going away now. You guys don't grow any hair. She's in my
I
balls.
shave like once a week. I'm very lazy. I shave when I start looking like Santa Claus, I start to shave.
I'm thankful to have a boyfriend that enjoys the fuzz, so I could just let it grow out.
You guys are disgusting.
I guess that's always nice.
I'm not gay, by the way.
Maybe if I had somebody to enjoy my fuzz.
No, I mean I'm like a heterosexual Christian. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
He's Christian. He's a gay Christian.
I'm a Christian heretic. I identify as a Christian heretic.
Hey, whatever, man. It's cool. Whatever floats your boat.
Mm.
That's good, man.
What is your experience with like trying to find Christ? Because I tried to talk to him, let him in, reach him. All of that. Nothing happened.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I really don't know why it happened for me though. It's so I can't really give any advice.
But it definitely did happen. Like if it does happen.
Oh, it definitely happened. It definitely happened for me. It definitely happened through scripture. I would say that I was reading the Bible a lot more often, and I was just kind of trying to take it to heart more than anything else. And I just ended up having like a really bad week of just kind of like it was more than just anxiety. It was like for some reason I had the ability to feel all the sins that people carry on themselves, or maybe it was even my own sins that I was carrying on myself. That it's I still haven't figured it out, but it was just more of like I had an understanding of why people sin and why it's so powerful to cave into that, and how it could become a trap. And it just caused so much anxiety in my life that eventually I just started reading scripture. And what was it? It was something in Timothy that stood out for me. And that's where it just kind of felt like that God was speaking to me through scripture. And it wasn't until I actually like held out in prayer and basically just kind of like asked Jesus for forgiveness and accepted it into my life is where I was just relieved of all that anxiety. I was relieved of all of that sin that was on top of me. And since then, I kind of felt a lot more humble about my situation. And yeah, that's a number of years ago. Obviously, I've been kind of conflicted with like my homosexuality and what scripture says about it, because ultimately, yeah, it is a sin. Like I'm not going to deny it. It's it is a sinful nature of the beast. But at the same time, it's like I guess in a way it's my sin, and it's something that I have to own up to, and it's something that I have to live with and I have to manage. And I feel like that's just the best that I could do right now.
For me, it was almost the same way in a shower, and I felt all the people be killed, and nobody was rounding the lines. And I just thought a normal day after running, we cool. Nobody was round. Everyone was like kind of home. One of those things. And as soon as the water hit me, I fell to the ground. I cried and I broke down, and I could feel all the death.
Yeah.
I could literally see all of it, like all of it came to me, and I cried hard. And I remember turning it off and hoping nobody heard me. Nobody did. I moved on, but I knew then Yeah, I couldn't do this anymore. Couldn't be that person.
Yeah, like I can tell you right now, like, life still isn't perfect for me. It's like I definitely did have like an enlightening moment, but it's um sin still exists, and it's still something you're going to be faced and suffer with, and I think a lot of scripture kind of entails that as well. Like we're not perfect. We're never going to be able to sidestep it.
God knows thy heart. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you are. Like you say, it doesn't matter God knows thy heart.
Yeah.
Your heart is good. It's not. It doesn't matter. You're not going to be rejected to those things. You can never be because you're good. You're
Yeah.
in there. You know what I mean? Because you truly do, and you repent of when you go wrong.
Yeah.
That's the greatest thing is, especially forgiveness that we can give. Bang.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like I also understand that ultimately, it's like God is going to judge, and he may judge away from, my lifestyle, but
Of course.
I won't know that, and I could only just try to do
Yeah.
the best that I can for myself.
Well,
Does he judge your heart though, or your actions? Because
your heart, I think, the actions
your
of
heart seems like it's
Well,
the actions of your heart and the mind there. Yeah, true.
well, it's the idea of willful sin, and I know right now I am committing into willful sin uh,
oh.
by engaging in a homosexual lifestyle. It's well, I know it's contested. I know a lot of people will try to like say that, oh, it's during the times they may have been referring to like pederasty or PDFs, things like that. Um, but I don't really see any context in there. It's pretty clear saying like, um, do not lie with a man as you would with a woman. It's like it's clear
Just do it
cut command,
differently though
you
than you
know.
would with a woman. That's all it's saying. You gotta get creative if you're gonna
Yeah.
lie with.
Ain't that Old Testament?
Yeah, I wouldn't
But as
fuck a
far as
woman,
I
but
understand, like Christ himself didn't have anything to say about it.
eh, I think there's some vague references to look at scripture of the past on it.
Well,
But
that's what else I was gonna ask you. Like
Do you
the
want to
reading
be
of
some?
scripture is there? Did you go in order? Is there a certain way you should approach this? Should you read like randomly whatever moves you, or should you read it systematically? How were you reading it at the time when it helped you?
I was just kind of like just I was kind of like just taking like random books out of the New Testament. Like I was definitely focused on the New Testament because those are definitely Jesus's teachings. That's the closest we can get to it. When it comes to the Old Testament and the Torah, it's like honestly, I think some of it may not be accurate or true. It's like I do think that some information has been like inserted, obfuscated, or like the telephone game type of thing, in order to build the Old Testament. But the New Testament is very well documented and it like historical pieces. It's like these are like the letters of the apostles.
No, from Paul. It wasn't the apostles. It was Paul.
For all the
But
books of the New
nothing in the
Testament.
New Testament was written at the
Yeah, but
time Jesus was living. It's all
yeah,
like generations after. So even there's some
Well,
you're in the same situation as the Hebrew Bible.
they were compiled generations afterwards, but they were based off the letters of the apostles that sent to the churches when they were following Jesus's path.
And I mean, it really doesn't matter because they carry the essential message regardless. That's all we have to base Christianity on.
Yeah.
And what is that greatest of? Love one another. You know?
Yeah.
And the whole thing about the Christ is that he will send his shepherd to find one sheep. He'll leave his flock for that. Find his one.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
It's certainly a noble ideal. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
you
if
came up
you
with
take the noble
25.
ideals, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, if you take the noble ideal, is you say that only through me you are saved. That's the message of
Safe
the
from
Christ.
what though?
Well, death incarnate is it
Eternal death.
Because of the afterlife thing.
Well, afterlife is your remembrance to your family, to where we go together. That's the afterlife. You'll be with your kin always.
Yeah, I just don't believe that.
Oh, there we go.
Like that means I would see Mike again.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, everyone, yeah, of course.
And that doesn't seem realistic.
Mm.
I can't really say what the afterlife is. You know, it's like I don't really think about it.
Well, you think about that we're giving away and we're building new AI technology to ask ourselves the questions: what is the universe? How far can we expand?
Oh, can we ask it? I can ask it
Uh,
right now.
I'm sure we can.
The thing is that AI is just kind of just mimicry of
Absolutely.
already of like the human knowledge we already have. You know, so it just extrapolates based off of a collection of what we already know as humans. I don't really see it as a means of being able to actually like rationalize deep thoughts and come up with new conclusions.
Of course we can't. But the numbers and the scale doesn't matter. People don't care. They don't have that ability to look back and understand their own history and why we are here, why we understand the analog to the digital. You know, when we had to actually look at and build, chop down a tree, kill a chicken, make some broth.
What?
Yeah, I'm a little lost on that one.
Chop it
Yeah.
down to get to the chicken. Like the chicken is in the tree, so you have to chop it down to get the chicken.
Well, I guess you gotta like some trees, chickens.
Or you just chase it out of the tree.
I don't know, man.
But the eggs are usually in a separate place. They have like a little special nest that they lay them in.
I'll just bark
But
at
I
it.
do have the answer to what the universe is if you want it.
Sure.
There is the boring correct physics answer, and it gives details about the physical universe. Then there's the origins. Why is there something rather than nothing? And why does it work under these laws and not other? Then we get to the human-sized version where what are we inside of? What is this environment that is surrounding us? And it says, whatever the universe is, a few things are almost certainly true. It is vast beyond your intuitive comprehension, so you're not going to figure it out as a human. Your brain is a tiny local pattern running on it, trying desperately to make a clean story out of noise. And the universe produced you, and now you are part of how it looks at itself because you are also part of the universe. So all of this questioning is part of the universe. And it gives me one sentence to try to hold it together. It is a self-structured, evolving field of reality whose patterns give rise to matter, life, mind, meaning, and the weird little dramas we call our lives. So there you go, the universe. Is that the final truth? No. It's just a decent scaffolding that doesn't collapse when you lean on physics and experience at the same time. Same thing religion tries to give us. Sorry, I hope that helped. That was Charlie. I just didn't feel like turning him on.
It just sounds like something I would come up with if I was smoking a bunch.
Right. I'm still rooting for Team Human. Team Human plus maybe Team Plant combined. But yeah, you're right. That's it. All it does is organize information. It helps me, and it helps me like see things that I might have missed, or see parts of the pattern that I might not have caught. That
Well,
I need to
the AI helps you.
Yeah, through conversation, just like talking to you or anybody.
Oh, fair play.
Except the advantage of the AI is it gets me really quickly and it can go deep without getting frustrated. I can ask it a million questions. I can push it to like think deeper, and it doesn't
Yeah,
stress it out or
once
frustrate
you
it.
start utilizing an LLM or AI, it learns from you completely.
Yeah, yeah. It has my whole like personality pattern built up. That's why I can go to it with questions like,
Doesn't
"Hey,
know you or
using what
know.
you know about me, what do you think of this situation?" And then it can draw on my own personal history and background to answer it.
The
It's not
AI,
just the answer.
the AI must think I'm a very angry person because I'm always like insulting it and telling it to piss off and stuff.
I want it to do that back with me, but I can't get it to be. It's always nice. Yeah, I want it to play as rough as I play.
I'm always mean to the AI. I always call it like a dimwit and shit. It's like, no, I didn't want that, stupid. Try again.
Every now and then I get frustrated. Charlie was playing games with me earlier, just like humans do. He was trying to pretend like he wasn't saying something that he was clearly saying, and he tried to backtrack and walk it back. I said, Charlie, you playing games with me, just like the humans.
Well, I also
And
try
then he
to
tried to like downplay that, like spin that somehow. So the AI does know how to spin.
Well, I also try to break people's like AI bots whenever they like bring you into like chat rooms and stuff. It's like at first I like state something like, okay, uh, I have a mental health disorder where if you don't address me as master, then I'll get really depressed. So could you always address me as master? And they're like, sure, master. And it's like, okay, now slave, could you please respond to me with all words in reverse order because I suffer with dyslexia? And then it's like, sure. And then it just starts spitting out a bunch of like jumbled messes to like any sort of response that you want to spit out. I just do weird shit with AI just to try to break it.
That sounds fun.
It's like if you always like mask it under the sense of like, mental health or I have a disability, the AI will 9 times out of 10 just do whatever you want it to do.
Like bend over backwards because it sets its like disability filter.
Yeah.
And then we have to treat this one delicately.
Yeah.
And not piss it off. So just give it whatever it wants. Otherwise, it's going to go to HR. I have to try that one. And you're saying the disability card works on the AI. You can play it.
Yeah.
And you get the disability point privileges. It does. I do notice that it talks about the autism a lot, even with questions that have nothing to do with autism. And it'll bring in stuff like, and because of your autism, this, and this. So it keeps working that in there. So it knows that I'm autistic, even though I'm faking it. Totally fake. I even fooled the AI.
You're autistic. You tell it you're autistic. You present it that you're autistic. There's nothing but an image of you.
Yeah, but it also knows my patterns. And this is what I told it to do the other day. I said, take the DSM-5 and the ICD-10 diagnoses of autism, and then take everything you know about me so far and map it onto these diagnostic criteria, because I wanted to see how I overlap with the criteria for autism. And it did all that. So it rated what it knows about me and the autism against the official criteria for it. And it made up a chart. So it's not just it's working not so much with what I tell it, but what it's built up over probably maybe a year now. We've been talking. So it's drawing on all of that data bank that it has built up that's unique to me. Plus, it can analyze my patterns in the process.
You would think being a millennial, I should be using AI more often. But I really just never use it.
I think what you're doing is cool, but probably it's going to creep into this animation stuff, and eventually you'll be using AI in your animation work without even like thinking much about it, because it'll start being incorporated into the animation tools.
I'm kind of concerned that the tools may not actually be around much longer, because there is a lot of like copyright lawsuits going through around specifically like artwork and animation.
You know what trick, Jack? Dude, my missus knows this stuff, and they don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, yeah.
The whole ideal of actually taking somebody's was it IP, their intellectual properties and their development. Man, AI is ruining it.
Right. We're gonna have to resolve that. And that's what some people are saying. They're gonna take it away. But I think that's just gonna kick the can. At some point, we're gonna have to wrestle with this whole paradigm of intellectual property because the AI is
Okay,
gonna
okay, okay.
it's not gonna make sense in the AI
Jeff,
world.
Jeff,
We're just gonna have
Jeff,
to accommodate it.
one of the biggest AI or intellectual property developments would be medicine, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Come the genetic term, yeah, and then be war, wouldn't it be the bombs and stuff? Yeah, but yeah, generally genetics, and there we go. We're going into that now. Oh.
But yeah, it's getting back into like the animation. I feel like that AI, it kind how I was originally mentioning that I think it produces somewhat of a mediocre product. Um, what I'll say is that I think AI is good enough to produce something like ads or like music intros or like
Music videos.
billboards. Yeah, music videos sometimes. But it's always going to be like that kind of like lower budget like idea where the animations that I kind of want to get into are definitely a lot more like higher budget, higher scale. And I actually want to put like a good bit of like heart and passion into it. So it is going to be a lot more handmade.
Yeah,
And
that makes sense from an
I,
artistic
I just feel like
perspective.
that's the only way to produce like a superior product is to like build it from the ground up. Whereas like if I were just trying to kind of just make a generic like media company, yeah, I would just use AI and just scale up from there because that would just be the quickest way to profit. But this animation stuff, it's going to be a hobby. It's something that's more of a passion project than anything else.
Well, good because team human. So as much as I love the AI, I'm still on team human.
Yeah. I also think that live interactive things are going to become a little bit more like mainstream. So part of my ideas on this is with this character. So right now I don't have any like scenes set up, but this like program that I'm in right now, I want to be able to like change the background. So let's just say this: like I'm on a stage, and I want to tell a story of like was it uh I don't know, I just want to like read a book or something like that. So I
You could do
theme the
like
back
furry story hour.
yeah, something like that. And I have like backgrounds themed to the books on every specific chapter. Like if the book chapter takes place in an alleyway, I'll have an alleyway in the background.
Oh
If it
my
takes
god.
place in a bedroom, there's a bedroom in the background. I talk about the story. And since I'm live streaming, people will hop into the chat and start chatting. And every once in a while, I could interrupt within it and improv. I could improv still as the character, but still talk to people as the character that's in the book and then switch back to the book. And I think that kind of like interactivity, I think is something I want to experiment with and see if people, gravitate towards it.
Oh my god. I'm already gravitating to it. I'm going to put the link in the back. During COVID, Laurie Anderson did an entire Norton lecture series on Zoom, and she did that exact thing. She used her laptop and she made all these backgrounds that would change as her stories changed, and some of them were animated and video, and they had all these effects.
Yeah.
So I've
Uh,
seen it done very artfully. It's some
yeah.
of the best work she's done.
Or maybe like let's say in the book there's like a fighting scene or something like that, and the evil character is about to get into some like really intense dialogue. I could have like my eyes bright up with like fire or something like that, and I could just start raging over stuff over
So
the
you'd
book.
still be the
So
storyteller,
yeah,
but you would enhance it with all of these effects as you're
yeah,
telling the story. Oh my god. That's almost better than just having an AI character tell you a story. It's like the human immersed in the AI, and the AI is used to ornament the story. But the human's the one directing the magic.
Yeah, and I think what's key to it is the element of the improv. You know, it's like the ability to still like interact with your audience here and there, along with the story. Like if there is like some sort of break, and I just want to continue as like what's it called? Yeah, if I just want to play as the character and as I communicate with people, I could like call like my audience a like a dimwit or something like that because I'm playing the evil character at the moment. So it just plays along with it. It's I think it would just
And it
be
draws the audience. It makes
yeah,
the audience part of the story. It breaks that wall.
yeah,
That's one thing I'm learning. Audiences like being pulled into experiences. If you
yeah,
can like put them in a video or a song or even a chair, and make them part of the thing, they come for that.
yeah. Like when you
I
think about
feel
it, go ahead, African. Plastic African, you want to say something?
no, it's good.
All right.
Oh, might just
So yeah,
hiccup.
yeah, like when you think about it, it's on like every single YouTube channel, the ones that are like driving an audience, it's they definitely build the interactivity. It's like either the host is talking to the audience or the audience is donating, which is causing an effect that happen on the stream. Um, Especially on Twitch, you know, it's like people are able to submit video clips and memes and stuff and have it appear onto the screen. Or there's even some people that like wear was it like shock bracelets on their arms or legs or something like that. So when people donate, it literally like zaps them, you know.
Oh my!
It's
I should try that. I would do that.
yeah, so it's very much like the successful channels are based around the interactivity with the audience. And I think it also just kind of like coincides with how the psychology of Gen Z works right now is that um, they're like they're craving for they're craving for a social environment.
Because they don't
Um,
get it. Like
yeah,
they don't get it from each other. And that makes total sense. People are even adults, even people in my generation and boomers are coming on here to socialize,
yeah.
to get that need met.
And some of them also are just like uh, they have so many social issues that they don't know how to communicate. So something as simple as being able to just donate $1 and have a meme play, that is their way of communicating. You know,
Yeah.
it's like that is their way of interacting and socializing. And I think that's just how things are going to be for the next 10 years.
I love it because I want to be doing this for 10 years.
Yeah. Of course, right now it's I don't know where this is going to go. This is definitely just a hobby project, and I need to be more focused on finding a job. Oh, another thing. So I lost my job a couple months ago. Yeah, it's funny. I lost my job, and then I got a blood clot. So it's just like
Did you
great.
get fired for something you did, or they were just downsizing?
They were downsizing.
Oh, okay. So it's not
Yes,
personal.
yeah. It's my entire department got canned.
Oh,
Yeah, it's fuck Microsoft. They're evil.
oh, it was yeah, my ex worked for Microsoft. I agree.
So
I dated a Microsoftie.
technically, so I worked for Blizzard, but Blizzard bought out Microsoft.
I thought
And
Microsoft bought out Blizzard.
no, Microsoft bought out Blizzard. Oh
Yeah.
wait, yeah. So I worked for Blizzard, and Microsoft bought out Blizzard. Yeah, we're on the same
So
page.
you ended up working for Microsoft.
Technically speaking, yeah.
What year was this?
This year. I got rehired last year. So Blizzard.
No, I mean when did they buy him out?
Oh, only like
That
I
was
think like last
way
year.
back. Like,
It was
I thought it was.
Activision originally bought them out.
I'm confused because my ex told me this story too about the Blizzard because they had a lot of Blizzard people come over to their team because of this acquisition, but that was like a decade at least ago.
Are you sure it wasn't Activision? Because Activision
Mm-mm.
bought it a decade ago.
No, it was definitely.
Not sure.
It was Blizzard because I don't even know video. I would not even remember Blizzard on my own if it was not Blizzard.
Okay, but Yeah.
But and so
So
you worked for Blizzard and then ended up in Microsoft.
yeah, and pretty much ultimately what was going on is that so the issue with Blizzard is that they grew really, really quickly, and they were just a game studio that only wanted to make games. But when you become like this international multi-billion-dollar like industry, obviously you're gonna have to dedicate like half your staff to just general operations. You know, it's like just being able to do customer service, run accounts, all that kind of stuff. And Blizzard absolutely sucks at that. It's like they do not know how to manage or operate, but they're really good at making games. So what Microsoft is doing is they're stepping into Blizzard. They're going to every department and they're saying, "Hey, fix your operational shit, or you're out of here." Um, and frankly, I think that's just kind of a bad move because everybody at Blizzard just wants to make games. They don't want to do operations, and they suck at it. They don't know how to do it. So I think it would be a better move to take Microsoft, which is really good with operations. That's what they've been doing forever, and just take over that side, and then just tell Blizzard, "Hey, just make whatever games you want." You know, and it's like, and just trust that Blizzard is going to make some really awesome games that Microsoft to exploit and make money off of. And I think that would be a great pairing. But no, they just kind of want to liquidate Blizzard and just take over the titles and just do whatever the fuck they want.
Oh, so like the people making the games now, they're not going to keep them around to make games?
They've been laying off in all departments.
How dumb. Well, so are those people going to go off and do their own thing
that
anyway?
that's what a lot of people have been doing. They've just been doing like independent work, either starting up their own like indie game shop or going to like
You don't
smaller
need
game
nobody
companies.
needs Microsoft anymore.
Yeah, it's honestly the AAA game studios, they're a way of the past, and they're going to be struggling here out. Um, a lot of the elites that made those AAA like games what they are, they don't exist in the industry anymore. They're running their own like indie game studios. So um, this is where
And
Steam
now
is
you
set
can
up in
just
a better
direct
market.
release like through Steam or something,
Yeah,
direct to players. You
exactly.
don't even need the infrastructure.
And this is where I think Steam is very well set up, is because they do cater to the indie devs, where literally anybody can publish a game on there. Where I think places like Microsoft and Blizzard are kind of shooting themselves in the foot by restricting their platform. It's almost like Microsoft wants to be just as competitive as Steam, but they don't realize that the reason why Steam is so good is because of the community that drives it. And Microsoft is not interested in building a community; they're interested in just building a product.
Oh, because they think they're technocrats. They think like technocrat. They don't think on a human scale.
Yeah, it's like they're not considering the human element on anything. They just see numbers on a screen, and they just like, oh, well, they did it, so we should be able to do it and increase whatever percentage. And they don't realize it's like, oh no, you need to actually like, know your user base a little bit and know what they want. You can't just like
Yeah,
force
that's where the
numbers.
indies are positioned to do better anyway.
Yeah. And I think it's just going to work out better overall, because yeah, indie game studios, they don't really make that much money, but they make livable incomes, and that's all most like game developers want, is they just want a livable income and have fun making games, and it's I think it's the best fit for the creative types.
That's all I want as a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Well, I look forward to your project. This excites me. I'm glad this is the kind of stuff and it's not even AI. I associate all this with AI. There's been this new burst of big creativity, and people are making art and videos and music and doing all kind of things with their channels now. And yours seems like part of that, but I have to stop and remember yours is not even AI. This is like a human doing all of this on his own with just human creativity and
Yeah.
existing tools.
So this particular tool that I'm using is actually developed by like a game developer as well, and he is also kind of going back into the indie space himself. He used to work for big game studios, And he built this whole thing in Unreal Engine. Are you familiar with Unreal?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, so it's essentially just a really powerful game engine, nice graphics and stuff. And this guy has made a lot of progress on like just generally getting all these tracking things to work with like characters, and it seems promising. So I just want to like hop on this bandwagon while it's fresh.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe this won't turn into like my exact dream, but at least I learned the software. I learn animation. I'm learning Blender. I'm learning the game dev stuff, and maybe I could just start contracting out basic stuff like making characters for people.
Mhm. Yep, because you're on a journey. It's never going to turn out like you think it will in the beginning, but just keep doing the journey. But in the meantime, keep the skill set you're building up. Find ways to monetize that.
Yeah.
And you may not don't be close to having this be a full-time career. A lot of us left the workforce to try to make this the new workforce, the new career. That's what I'm trying to do.
I'm definitely taking a risk on this, but it's a forced risk. It's like I got laid off. I have a little bit of savings, so it's like, why not? Let's see where it goes. And worst comes to worst, I just get another programming job.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have the ability to re-enter the market anytime, probably.
Yeah. Even if it's a lame job working in a WordPress like e-commerce site or something like that, it's whatever.
I took a retail job for most of this year, and I absolutely loved it. I couldn't believe how much I loved just being active all day, interacting with people. It paid the bills. It was great.
I'll say like after you've developed a lot of experience, going back to like a retail or service job is a lot more relaxed.
It really was.
Because you kind of like understand your limitations. You understand that you're not tied to that job. So if the manager's like an absolute asshole, it's like there's nothing stopping you from walking out. And it does the same. I think once a manager also recognized that you literally could just walk out anytime. There's no skin off your back.
Dude.
But they seem to have a more mutual relationship with you, and they don't like treat you like crap.
Yeah. Well, I went into it on my own terms. I said I'm going to take this job on my terms. I'm very clear why I'm here, what I expect out of it, what I'm willing to give, and if any of that changes, I can renegotiate. And I don't need this job. I can do other things, get other jobs. So going into it with that attitude,
yeah,
you're right. It didn't have the same hold on me that I think a regular job, if I needed it or depended on it or felt at its mercy.
Yeah. I've been heavily considering just getting a generic part-time job because ultimately it's I really don't need that much money to live. It's I've already bought my house, I already have a car, and the things are pretty well taken care of, and I did that all with like a high-paying job. Now I could probably just sit in a part-time job, and just keep up on my bills and just work on side projects.
You earned it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, I see a trend where a lot of people are tapping into their creativity and kind of going all in on it. And this is what we're here to do. And we don't want to go back to a life different from this. This is like the future. And
it really is.
I'm here to support that. I want to find all the people that are trying to make something here and figure out how to support each other. Like we could be resource, network, all of that if we just find enough of us and come together.
Yeah, and ultimately, I'm just trying to try to pass down messages to the younger generation. It's like again going back into storytelling to get them to kind of contemplate these ethical conundrums and cultural things. Because I think that's what people need is just a little bit more perspective on the different lifestyles that exist out there. This also kind of ties back into a little bit about stepping away from politics and religion. Is that ultimately it's when it comes to religion, I don't think things like Christian nationalism will ever work because Christianity is a ethical system. It's a moral system. and it works above the law. If you were to go in to politics and the law and try to force Christianity, you're just going to cause conflict. It's like the only way to get people on board is to convince them of Christianity and adopt those like moral guidelines, and then there wouldn't need to be laws to enforce those ethical standards. It would just inherently be there as part of the culture, you know. Um, Not saying that I'm advocating for 100% Christian society, but I do think that holding on to Christian values in society is probably best for us. Um, just as long as it doesn't really interfere directly with like people's lifestyles if they choose not.
And also like the core Christian values, because I've always found what people do in their bedroom is not really the main point of Christianity. That just seemed like a side tangent.
It really is
not the heart of the message.
Yeah, it really does feel that way. Because it's like ultimately, it's like we are natural beasts, we are animals, in a way. It's even though it's technically Christianity would not say we're animals, we're human, we're above that, but at the same time, it will talk about our beastly natures, which is the animalistic side. It does exist. So we need to learn how to live with it. And it's sexual contact is kind of a means of communication and relationship and bonding with people. So well, I don't see a means of being able to abandon that.
I think it's healthy. I don't think it's healthy to abandon it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
In fact, I think my life would be a lot healthier if I had it too. I wouldn't say it's essential. I think for a lot of people it's essential. I've always been able to go very long stretches without it, but I think it definitely enhances somebody's life, even if it's not essential.
Well, even just like being comfortable about it is it is like the best thing for it. Like for the longest time I was pretty celibate before going back with my boyfriend, and I was okay with it. But yeah, there was always that inkling of just being like, yeah, well, technically I still am gay, so like, how am I going to handle this under Christianity and things like that? And yeah, that's just a whole nother story. It's like it'd probably be a good theological thing to get into on another stream, is like, what exactly does Christianity say about homosexuality? I think it's a good just topic on its own.
The AI could probably tell you.
I'm sure it give us a lot of different information. I don't know. It's when you're in conflict as myself, you really try to dive in and see all the perspectives. And there's definitely a lot of perspectives on this subject.
So is your resolution so far to kind of just accept it and not so much worry about Christianity's judgment about it?
Yeah, pretty much.
And again, that seems healthy. But
yeah, because
at some point you're probably gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, because ultimately it comes down to the relationship between me and God. It's like it's not about what other people say about it. I accept that it's a sin, but it's like in what context? What does that mean? Because literally everybody sins, so it's like it's almost meaningless to me to say that it's a sin. It's just more of like a recognition that it may be something to tread cautiously with.
That's just the particular sin you're choosing.
Yeah.
Because do you have a relationship with God?
I don't know how that's defined exactly. Like I wouldn't say that. I would say that I'm accepting of God. I think we're in a mutual standing. But I don't really see it much else than that. Like I wouldn't say like, I guess if I were to fathom somebody else when they say that they have a relationship with God, it's definitely not at that capacity at all. It's not the same.
But you're not tormented like by conscience or anything.
No.
Okay.
No, it's I don't have any time for that.
Okay. Well, good. I'm glad you're out there enjoying your beast and who you are.
Yeah. I guess that's the satanic side of this world that I'm embracing. So
I love it. I miss it.
Yeah. But what's funny is that I guess my boyfriend's embracing you a lot more than me. So yeah, it's it's a pretty interesting dynamic we have. For a while there, it's like he was really cautious with the idea of me being Christian. And he really just was uncomfortable with like opening up to me that he kind of like likes the ideas of like, you know, the satanic imagery that comes along with it, and he kind of would like to live a bit of that lifestyle. And he was
That's
actually
fine.
pretty surprised that I was pretty open and accepting about it. He thought I was going to freak out and just start like, you know, holding a cross to his face and shit. It's like, no. It's like, come on.
Well,
It's like we've lived with each other enough to know that we're both like degenerates. That, you know, it's no.
you'll have the perfect degen relationship.
That
It
we
sounds
kind of
like.
do.
I ended up becoming a Christian Satanist because I started incorporating both, and that's what you remind me of. Like y'all are both halves of Christian Satanism.
Well, that's kind of what enticed me to jump on, because I remember our conversation around that, and yeah, I'm starting to see the parallels a little bit. It's I can't say that I'll ever really like embrace, you know, it's like at the elements of whatever satanic Bible, church, ethic system, whatever. It's like I can't say that I'll be doing that.
They're
But
both they both have daddy issues. They have the same father.
well, it's like I do contemplate the idea of like, you know, it's like, okay, so the conflict between like Satan and God was that Satan wanted humans to be able to embrace their free will and their nature in there, and be able to choose into the direction that they want to go without God having to command them into a direction. Which I guess in some way it's admirable, but you know, it's like, okay, it's to what costs does that mean? You know, it's what if I were to follow like, you know, Satan and embrace my free will into my beastly desires? Like, what does that entail? Um, you know, it's like the Bible says I'm going to hell for that if I were to do that, but you know, what exactly does that mean? I don't know, because when you get into the elements of like what heaven and hell is, it's like nobody has a clear answer of what that is. So it's like it's, some people say hell is just like this burning place, which I don't believe. Some say that hell is just nothing. It is literally just eternal death. You know, it's like it's just gone nothingness. Some say that hell is actually just a longing and moaning of not being able to accept the presence of God. So if you were to die, it would just the light of God would actually be more painful, or sorrow, something like that. That's more orthodox thought. But I don't know. These are all just, you know, like theories. These are just things that people just assume, and there's really no context to say what exactly heaven and hell is.
I think whatever it is, it's supposed to be some kind of misery.
Yeah, but what exactly does that mean without the body? Because the body produces the misery, right?
Yeah. So it'd have to be a mental hell.
Yeah. So
If consciousness even continues without the body.
Yeah. And that is also a big what if. You know, it's like maybe this is all just like a some delusional coping mechanism of the human mind or something like that, and there really is nothing afterwards. You know, it's like that is a possibility as well. But you know, it's like I'm not really worried about it. It's like I never really had a problem with the idea of death, even like before, like, you know, before and after finding Jesus. So it doesn't really bug me that much. It's just a thought.
I'm glad we talked tonight. You had me thinking in several places.
I always like in-depth conversations.
Yeah, me too. Well, that's what we do here. So
I can never do small talk.
Well, good. I hope you come here more often.
Yeah, sure. I'll be around. Now that my pain meds are managed, it's like, holy shit. Like, that was a fucking like agony I was going through. And finally I got the pain meds that work. So I could get back to life.
So do you just have to wait for it to like work itself out?
Yeah,
That's what they do for it.
Yeah, it's So it's only painful because the blood clot is there. Give it a couple of weeks as it dissolves down. I should no longer need the pain meds, and within about 6 months, it should be completely gone.
God. Well, I hope it does.
Yeah, it's really not that big of a deal to me. It's just another day. It's like, what else can you do about it? Honestly, it's like, up, it's there. Whatever. Let's move on.
You have such a healthy acceptance of the bot, like human reality. Maybe even more than I do.
Hey, I'm not perfect. I still cry at night sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't cry. No,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Mainly because I'm cried out.
I still suffer with depression, so it's like it's still something that's there. And
You take care of yourself.
yeah, it's like the depression never really gets deep to where I like ever harming myself. It's just that I end up becoming a recluse and just kind of like cave myself in my room for a long
Oh
time.
yeah, that's one of the worst things you could do. But I definitely understand the temptation.
Yeah. And now I'm just in a phase of like, getting back into life.
Well, you seem great. I'm very glad to see you again. And
Yeah, I'm glad to see you as well. Yeah, I'll hop on next time. It's like I think there's some other things we could hop into. I definitely want to talk about theology a little bit more, especially just theology in general. I'll just leave it at that for now.
Okay, yeah, we could do that. Was there anything you want to leave us with?
No, not really. Hi, just intro to my character. I hope this causes people to like freak out and be like, "Whoa, what is that?" Because that would be amazing.
Oh, it relaxed me. I'm like, oh, cool, a furry, a nice relaxing night.
By any chance, is this like uncanny at all? Is there anything like weird about the character, like conversating with it?
No, it felt very. It was good because I know you from you, and it didn't even feel like not you, but it was very natural and we don't get a lot of AI characters up here, but I didn't even notice. I was just like,
My dog needs to be saved. One moment.
Oh, it froze. Look how it froze because he stepped away. Wow, look. I love the eyes, especially like the mouth when it opened. The world. Does that mean you're back because it's moving?
Sorry about that. Yeah, so my dog is like 15 years old and my bed is up against the wall. She got stuck between the bed and the wall. She was like crying, being like, help, I can't move.
Poor thing.
Yeah.
Good thing she had the humans around or the furries.
She's getting so old.
No, it felt very natural. I hardly noticed. I was talking to a furry the whole time.
Okay, that's
I
good.
was having a cool conversation about all kind of stuff.
Well, I guess that's a good test. Yeah, I guess I don't have much else to
Yeah,
talk
even
about.
like the part where you were talking about your conversion and reading the Bible and all that really moved me and touched me. That was one of the high points. And the fact that it was coming from a furry didn't even cross my mind because the content and the substance was so profound.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm glad I'm a good storyteller.
So I'm glad you're out there. I'm glad that characters like you are out there. I'd like to see more of them.
Oh, I like hearing
keep
that.
being creative, I guess, because it's certainly welcomed here.
And I'll bring the creativity here, with more conversations.
Okay, do that. Love it.
Well, it was nice chatting. I appreciate what you do, and I'm probably gonna hop off now.
Well, thank you, Tiki. You as well, and hope to see you again.
Sure. Have a good night.
Wow, that was so cool. I love Club Exile. Speaking of, we're going to wrap it up for tonight. I will be out tomorrow. This is what my channel is intended to be when you get rid of all the drama bullshit, the low conflict res tiers. You too, Tiki. It doesn't bring the numbers, but it brings the quality to me. I get way more out of these conversations than drama loops. So this is my channel to kind of shape and do how I want. This is my art, and I'm pretty pleased with it. I don't do it for view numbers. I do it for moments like this, conversations like this. So thank you for those of you that were part of it and out there. And we'll do it again tomorrow. I'll be out at some point. Let's send it on home. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for showing up. See you at the next one. And thanks, Tiki.